Hello, everybody. Welcome in. All right, I don't know where anyone's at, but it's fine. I have confirmation that someone's going to show up. I don't know who, but I hope so because I labeled it base staff, and if no one shows up, I don't consider it a base staff Monday if I'm just by myself. You know what I mean? That's why there was a few Mondays in the past couple months that they're wrong. Mic, are you serious? Oh, it was on jams. Okay. No, that's fine. I was messing with my Stream Deck earlier. Thank you. That was my reverb audio, correct? Yeah, thank you. It was on, yeah, Meta. Thank you. Well, how is everybody? How you guys all doing? How was your weekend? I had a great episode of Forbidden Frontier yesterday. Luke Caverns was on. Dude's great, fantastic guest. Always has interesting things to say. I hope you guys caught the episode. Very good episode. He's got some exciting things coming in the future. Very, very excited to see what that man does. Dude, great to know him. Awesome stuff. Working at my friend's house. Interesting. Okay. Have you worked at your own house? L'Oreal MFer? What are you talking about? Me? I got my Rebellion shirt on. I don't know if you could tell. Rebellion. It's a little chilly, so I threw my hoodie on, or my dad sweater on. Anyway, we're going to be discussing some things tonight. We got some European controversy. According to the internet, it was just a tissue where Keir Starmer, Macron of France, and who was the third guy? Anyway, they were on a train coming back from Ukraine, and it seemingly had a bag of blow. I'm pretty sure it was. It was. We're gonna watch the video. We're gonna discuss it together with the base staff guys when they show up. I got the video. We're gonna break it down. I have a close up, really good quality of the bag in question, and then I have a few videos, thanks to Alex Jones, of a bunch of different political figures who, let's just say, are making very suspicious movements. Now, I don't know about you, but I've certainly been around people who have done coke, and yeah, it's pretty obvious that these people are doing it. Take a shot with us. It's Monday. You know, it's funny you say that because I am drinking a beer. It's a light beer. Well, it's a regular beer, but it's like light, not alcohol. I'll be honest. I had a rough night last night and a rough day today. My son was... it would be like flipping a coin whether or not he was happy or pissed off. Yeah. And last night he did not want to sleep, and then all day he like barely napped. Usually sleeps 2 good solid naps, like an hour and a half and then an hour and a half. And today he slept for an hour and a half and then 15 minutes. And then an hour and a half later, another 15 minutes. And he just would not want to, he just did not want to sleep. It was just so annoying. Watch the members of the Bruised Eye Club. I mean, they're probably all the same, you know? They're probably getting punched in the eye and then doing a line of coke off some stripper's asshole, you know? White Lasagna says, the craziest thing happened Friday night, Saturday morning. I went to sleep and woke up in the morning. Wow. Oh, first time in my life I got a full night of sleep uninterrupted. It was magical. I almost cried. Wow. First time in your life. I'm very curious how old you are, because I'm assuming you're an adult, but I mean, to really have it be such a thing that you'd sleep through the entire night and then wake up in the morning. And it would be a thing you almost cry. Like, that's pretty incredible. You know, well, I'm happy for you. Good stuff. But it is White Lasagna. You guys may or may not know, but 5 years ago, White Lasagna purchased me glow-in-the-dark. It was like a full set, actually. It was like a full set of D&D dice, okay? And the 100-sided die I gravitated towards. I really liked it. So, he's already guessing 33. Okay. Okay. It has been rolled. Good luck. Have fun. This is for absolutely nothing. But bragging rights for the rest of the episode for getting it correct. Whoever does, in fact, guess the number. All right. This is a 100-sided die, remember. Okay. If you guess more than once, I may give it to you, but I will give someone else whose first guess. V6 Neon for 1 says, for the kid sleeping, have you tried a warm, milky drink? No, I haven't. And then he says 42, which it's crazy. It was actually 42. So not only did he win, he put it in a Rumble rant, which is, I feel like that's never actually happened before. Has that happened before? I don't think that's happened before. I think this might be the first time ever someone won a dice roll in a chat, like in a sponsored chat. You know, that's pretty freaking epic. It is the answer after all. True. Yeah, that is true. Congratulations, V6 Neon. You just won absolutely nothing. Save it up for nothing nice. You know what? Call your father. Tell him, you know what? We all talked about it in chat. We were all excited that you kicked cancer's ass and wanted you to have the nothing that I just won on the show. You know? Connor for 5 over on YouTube says there needs to be a Down syndrome metal band called Down with the Syndrome. If anything, it can be the only good / neutral use of DEI, in my opinion. I don't think it would be DEI though, right? Because I feel a band that comes along that's named Syndrome Down with the Syndrome, I feel it would have to be musicians with Down syndromes that were friends that started a band. Therefore, it wouldn't really be DEI because like DEI in music is kind of like there's this band that was in the Swedish Melody Festivalen, which is their competition to see who goes to Eurovision, which is actually next week. It was like the stupid Dolly. What the hell was it? It was like 4 girls, and they were singing this stupid wannabe country song. All right, I want to say they claimed they were country, but coming from America, knowing what good country music is, my first CD ever was Garth Brooks' The Red Album. That's right. Little known fact about me you probably didn't know. Actually, it may have been the Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat album, but that wasn't actually mine. It was me and my 2 sisters. So we owned it together. It wasn't actually my CD. The Garth Brooks album was my very first CD that I owned that was just mine. And I should listen to that album again. I haven't heard it since I was a kid. I couldn't even give you any song from that. I'm getting so sidetracked. Anyway, I like country music when it's good. When the artist is good and they got a good solid voice, and country music can be good, can be annoying. But either way, Garth was good. He bent the knee though. Oh, he did. Yeah, that's a shame. I couldn't even give you a Garth Brooks song. Anyway, these ladies, I don't remember what the hell their names are, and I'm not even gonna look it up. But there was 4 of them, and they've been around for like 20 years. And I'm like, how the hell has this band been around this long? These girls are like, I don't know, young 22 to 24 age, you know, maybe one of them looked like was pushing 30, you know, and it turns out they get rinsed, they get replaced with the younger generations, the newer, you know, whatever. And it's like, I mean, it's not DEI because they just wanted to have like hot, attractive, you know, who's who in a young and up and coming singer. I guess you either move on to some solo career or you burn out. Anyway, in this situation, I don't know. It's not like it's a company that's bringing together a band with a bunch of people with Down syndrome. You know, did you assume their gender? No, I mean, assuming gender assumes that people or that I care at all. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, usually, I don't think there's ever been a case in my life that I actually did literally misgender somebody. Like, I've never been in a situation where I didn't know if someone was a male or a female in my entire life. Only recently when this trans bullshit, but never in person, only in pictures. Because in pictures, I mean, I know firsthand, pictures can manipulate and make you seem way more attractive than you are. I worked with people that seemingly were not very attractive, but got huge gigs. One time I was doing Converse. I did the Converse campaign in like mid 2000s, like 2005 or 6 or something. And it was down in Florida, and it was awesome. But they had like a huge group of people. It wasn't just like me and a girl, which happens oftentimes also, right? Depending on who you're working for. But this was like a group of people, they wanted us to look like friends. It's Converse. It's not like it was high fashion. It was a shoe, like it's being cool, Chuck Taylors, whatnot. So, and dude, some of those people were not very attractive. But then when the campaign came out, I was like, oh, you know what? All right. It's all about the angles and the camera and the editing and all that. So you never really know. The whole bit about Pat. That's right, Pat. Right. And didn't they never actually tell you if Pat was a male or a female, right? I think you never found out, correct? Chat is cool tonight. Damn straight, Kai. Hell yeah. V6 Neon for one says Finnish punk rock band. Purdy Kirk Hurricane. Nimi Pal. Okay. I don't know what that is. Formed in 2009, is a notable example of a band where all members have development disabilities, specifically Down syndrome or autism. Oh, it's literally a thing. I mean, missed opportunity with missing the Down with the syndrome, but that's okay. Mike Rogers for 10. Thank you, Mike Rogers. How are you, sir? The 2-year anniversary of your pig roach DSP interview has passed. Are you up to date on what Kino Casino did to him? Congrats on fatherhood, my man. Thank you very much for that. It is literally the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I am a changed person. I love my son. He's amazing. And no, I have no idea what Kino Casino did to DSP. What did they now you got me curious. What did they do to him? Has it been 2 years already? Wow. What a freaking memory. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Thank you very much. Yeah, I added some things for Nishra. If you guys do want to get Nishra something, it is updated. I haven't updated my stuff, but I don't care. I would love it if you guys got Nishra and Vincent stuff, as you do, which is amazing. Roast him with receipts. Oh, is that what they did? Okay. That's what you were trying to remember, the Finnish band? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Yeah, dope. They tricked him into thinking they were his friends, then made an ass out of him. No way. Wait a minute. I do vaguely remember seeing a clip of them glazing the shit out of him. I saw a clip of that floating around, and I was like, oh, okay, so Kino Casino, they like DSP, I guess. So it was a ruse. It's pretty brutal. You just realized for real that you're 40 now? Kai, welcome to the 40 club. All right. I've been in here for a little while. All right. A little over a year. I like it. I don't mind being 40. I'll tell you. It's pretty good. They got him to do a feet pick. Oh my God. No, they didn't. No, wait, I'm going to believe you. I'm just going to believe you. I don't need, no, I don't want to, we don't need to move that forward. Wow. Okay. That is funny. It's long form content. They're on for many hours. Wow. You're 42, but you live in a retirement community? Are you retired or you just live there? You're almost 39 and don't like it? Well, come on. I used to think when I was a kid, and when I say kid, I mean like 15. When I was 15, I used to think 40-year-olds were adults, that they knew what was going on. Little known fact, my dad is 20 years older than me, or 23, 4 years older than I am. So when I was 15, my dad was pushing 40. He wasn't even 40 yet at this point. So when I turned 18 and started arguing with him, fighting with him, he was like 40. He was my age. Legitimately my age. I'm 41 now. I can't imagine having an 18-year-old and like arguing with him, you know? But like that's kind of where my dad was at. And I'm like, I want to have dude, I can't wait to talk to my dad. I can't wait to see him. I get to go see my entire family in September. I'm so excited. By the way, I just want to say I have been kind of tight-lipped about this. I've been so stressed. I have been pushing it down for a while because it takes a while, and I had to get a new passport because mine expired at the end of last year, and then I couldn't renew my residency card here before I got a new passport, and then because of my old passport expiring, and then I had to wait, and it took a long time, that then my residency card lapsed. So then I was like, I've been basically fearing that I would have to go back to the States for 3 months to then come back and like reset, which means I would have, I don't know what it would have meant. I may have not been around my son for 3 months or Nisha for 3 months, and that would have just been the worst. And I found out this morning that it was accepted, and it was a freaking. Honestly, I teared up a little bit on how much of a stress relief it was. Like I don't have to worry about being taken, or not taken, but like separated from my family, and it was it really was a huge relief. But and also I was worried that because it could take up to 12 months, right? And I had just had my well, it wasn't an interview, it was just like they needed to scan my passport last Wednesday, and they were like, we don't know how long this takes. It could take, I checked and there was 20,000 applicants currently. So I didn't know where I was on the list, right? So last Wednesday, it could have been a year, which means I would have missed my brother's wedding in September unless I would just leave for 3 months and been separated from my son, which it was I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't want to think about it. I was just in my head, I was thinking like, it's going to be fine. I'm going to get it before September so I can at least go and see my brother get married and like see my family and introduce my entire family to my son, because no one's met my son yet. Well, my mom has, actually. My mom's been out here. So I'm excited for that. Really am. I'm so excited. But that being said, I'm going to start looking at dates in Chicago. Now, you may have heard me talk about this before, but what I'm going to do is when I get there, or long before I get there, I know people in Chicago. I'm sure my brothers and my family knows a few spots that I could play a set, play a music, have a meetup. So I'm going to be doing that in September in Chicagoland area, in the northwest suburbs, actually. Not really in Chicago. It's going to be more like downtown, or excuse me. Actually, O'Hare, if you do happen to fly in, I don't know if you're taking a train or driving or whatever you want to do. If you're interested in coming and meeting me and hanging out for a night, I'm going to play a set of music. It's going to be in September. I don't have the dates yet, but now that I know I can go, and I'm going to be doing this, and there's going to be a live show coming soon. I am going to record it. I'm going to have a camera and a mic and try to, maybe have meeting some of you guys together. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just excited. It's going to be fun. So it's going to be it's going to be a Krigler show meetup. I've never done this before, but it is going to happen in September. Very excited about it. And there may be me coming to the States before then. I don't know yet, but we'll see about that. But Krigler show meetup is happening. It is going to be in September. I will keep you all posted as far as dates go because I am heading back to the States. And there's Flawed. What's up, dog?
Yo, am I loud?
No, you sound
okay.
Wait, say something again.
Yo,
wait, what did you just say?
You're a maniac.
What did you? Was that you?
You're a maniac. YouTube's gonna be like, all right, yep, you play too much. You're out of here.
I saw you jam into it.
That's why I jam to it all day, every day. I'm not gonna lie. Dude. Every time I get in the car, it gets played.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just repeat till you get to your location.
Yeah, I don't travel too far. Like I go right down the street, but it's a banger.
It slaps, dude.
It's a banger. Unfortunately, it's a banger.
Oh man, I just
is what it is. You know.
So I checked with Netanyahu.
He said you could sing.
Well, we went to the same high school, so he checked. We have the same class ring.
What kind of shit is that?
Different. Isn't that weird?
That's mad weird. Why didn't you go to high school with Netanyahu?
Isn't that weird that Netanyahu went to the same high school as me?
What is that?
I don't know.
What?
I was living in the northwest suburbs of Philadelphia, and I went to this high school called Cheltenham High. And actually looking back, it was an awesome high school. And I had awesome, it was just, man, I wish I went the full, I halfway through, I moved back to Chicago and finished high school in Chicago. But I wish I just stayed the whole time because Cheltenham was awesome. And there was do really awesome people in Cheltenham that looking back, I'm like, man, that was a dope high school. Netanyahu, no, he's like 30, he's 15, awesome, right? 40 years older. I don't know how old Netanyahu is. He's like 60, 70 or something. I don't know,
to be honest.
But so I'm 40. So he went to Cheltenham High, obviously at least a decade or more before I did. So, and he played, what did he play? He played soccer on the team.
He played soccer?
Yeah, he was like a soccer player for. There's a news article somewhere. My buddy Nacho posted it on your response. That's real. That's a real article.
I know. I've seen that in the past. I just had forgotten until today, until you posted that.
Yeah. Anytime people mention Netanyahu, I'm like, oh yeah, we went to the same high school. You know,
that's so like, weird.
It's such a weird thing to have, but it's true. It's true.
Like, I thought he was an Israel guy. I thought he went to school in Israel.
White Lasagna for Two says a live album is still an album. I finished the recording, by the way.
Did you?
Saturday, dude, my vocal, I could still feel it in my. You might be able to hear it actually, but dude, Saturday night, my wife went to sleep, and I was like, "All right, close all the doors, because I'm gonna freaking record this song." Mm-hmm. And I just stood up here, and I actually moved my mic up, and I was like standing, and I just was like
airflow, bro.
Belt in, and like I feel confident in the amount of takes that I did with the vocals that I could give it to her, and I'm going to be happy with the results. So,
nice.
Because I listened to multiple different versions that I wasn't happy with the entirety of all of them, but I was happy with different segments of each of them. And I'm like, you know what? I know there's gold in there. I think she could work her magic.
That's how everyone records, bro. That's what
so I'm going to move on.
You record, sometimes you get better takes on better parts in different sessions, and you just put them together, bro. A person who knows how to mix and master, even if the vocals don't sound exactly like they were done in one take, there's still a sound there, even for that, like a punch-in sound where you chop it and you could do different effects to different lines. I've seen
what she did with she mastered one of Tim Pool's songs, actually. The Will of the People.
I think I heard that.
So the video that there's like a dope video of like a
cartoon
statue being pulled up. Yeah, it's a cartoon.
Yeah,
she actually got a Swedish group of like some friends of hers that were professionals to do it for Tim, and then she did the song, and it came out awesome. And
it was a good song.
I know what she did with his vocals because he was not on point.
She auto-tuned it. You got to sometimes.
Oh yeah, dude.
You got to.
Hell yeah.
Does he like really like perform with these people and shit like that?
Tim?
Yeah.
Tim.
I know he had those shows where he was like had his life threatened and shit like that, and that went viral for a second. Yeah, you don't remember that?
what, like
Like
RA
2
or
years ago?
whatever? I'm not that
No,
guy.
that was a different one. No, that was a
Oh,
different one. But it was
I
like
don't know.
actually him performing. You don't remember? He went somewhere and performed.
On stage?
Yeah,
Like he
it was like
singing,
a stage. Yeah.
playing music?
You don't remember that? It was like a
I'm sorry.
like couple years ago.
Never heard of that before, but that's
And
funny.
someone
Okay.
threatened him or something. Something happened. I forget. Someone said they were going to take him out.
I think it's, I do think that Tim is a talented musician. He doesn't take criticism at all. So he can't, like, if you're a musician, unless you're like Prince or Michael Jackson or like that caliber, Freddie Mercury, like unless you're there, you're not perfect. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm
take criticism.
I know I fuck up. I'm not a professional musician in the slightest. So if especially people that in my peers, that my wife is a great musician. So when she says, "Hey, try this or do this differently," I take it to heart. When you give me some advice, I take it to heart. So, but like, man, he did not. He just it reflects on everything that he does.
Yeah, it's so not clear. Just music for him.
It's not
he blocked
exactly
you because you brought up a fucking
that was so stupid, dude.
Fucking Magic the Gathering card.
He posted a card that he bought when I lived there and said, "I've been playing Magic longer than you." Like 4 years later, I'm like, "Bitch, you bought that in 2020." I didn't even say that. I was like, "Didn't you buy that in 2020?" And then he blocked me and said, "You're so mean." And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, of all the things that I've done that you could have blocked me for, this, a lot of people called him out for that too.
You got under his skin.
A lot of people said that though. It's like, it's silly because I did the expose and like basically told the world that he was sleeping with Lydia and it was super uncomfortable and like
he should have blocked you then. To be honest, I might have blocked
and
you
it's
at
like
that point.
But then a year and a half goes by, and I threw zingers his way, but I throw zingers at you. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I do. If like the closer you are to me, the more zingers you get. It just stung more with him because they were.
But you would think he would have blocked you when you did that live stream.
I know.
You would think he would have blocked you there, where he was like went the next day and did his damage control stream. Like you would think he would have blocked you then, and then he waited for you to make a joke, and he was like, "Nope, all right, I'm done with this fucking guy."
Dude sings in falsetto. You could say it out loud. I love the multiple meaning here. So the musician in me sees the word falsetto, and it's true. Like he does, but you know what I mean. You see that it's like you throw false in all caps. Falsetto, and there's something to that. It's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people are saying he's controlled opposition or paid by insert whoever the fuck. I don't know. It's just like
it looks like it.
It's crazy to me how often, even today, I get people that respond to comments that aren't even talking about Tim. I miss you on Timcast IRL. Timcast IRL hasn't been the same since. And I'm like, holy shit, that was 5 years ago. Like it's almost been 5 years. This August, it'll be 5 years since I left Timcast IRL. So easily over 4 years, and I'm still like getting people to tell me that, like, lightning in the bottle, throw it away. Like I just read that comment like 2 days ago.
Then that's gonna be forever.
Like, that's
no matter
that's
what,
a good
that's
point.
Gonna be, if it was the peak, it was the peak.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it really was.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, and people love to give me shit like, man, you had something good, you threw it away, and I'm like,
threw it away.
Tim, they think that like I left or something, like, or it was on me to leave, and I'm like no. Well,
being a human being.
They think that me not yes manning Tim was like me throwing the opportunity away, and it's like, yeah, that's
doesn't
gross. That's gross.
That's the opposite of what
you clearly don't know who I am. And then I look around and I'm like, I got a picture of my son right here. With there's a picture she took like a selfie to like 2 days ago, and they're both looking at the camera, smiling, like huge grin. And he's 9 months right now, and like so to see him and my wife beaming, like legitimately beaming, it is. I want you to see the picture, so I'm gonna post the picture in our group chat so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, chat. This is a little
y'all
weird,
suck.
But I'm gonna do this. Look how. Hey, go check that. Go look at that and tell me how Can you not? Does that not? Isn't that just amazing?
Bro, he's big now, huh?
Dude, he
That's
is
crazy.
So
That's
then I think
a real
like
kid now.
you think that I think about that at all? You think that was my peak?
Nah, they
I've
want
been
you to
a
have
I've been a
Tim.
professional
You should-
model
Nisha should
on
be
the
holding
top
Tim.
of the industry. What's up?
Nisha should be holding Tim instead of your kid. That's what they want.
Dude.
And then, oh, it's my son. This is my kid.
Oh
Tim.
man.
Yeah, no, fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about. So I want to talk about the freaking cocaine shit. Did you see this?
I did see it. Yeah, I did see it.
So, oh shit, Caul made it. Caul, what's good? Perfect
my
timing, dude.
Boy,
What's
I
up,
was
dog?
so
Hear
sad
me?
that you weren't gonna make it. Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, did you get my message on Twitter?
No, hold
Oh.
on.
Well, don't say anything out loud.
I won't say anything out loud. Is it crazy?
Read it quietly to yourself.
Wait. I didn't get a message.
It wasn't. I only sent Flawed a message.
What? Fuck out of here.
That office space thing just like works so well.
All right, chat. Don't feel bad. See, everyone's getting messages.
Secret messages. This is what
Secret
we do, what we
messages.
hear.
It's just like
Caul's
subliminal.
funny, bro.
Don't worry
It was
about
only
it.
for Flawed. It
Okay.
was hilarious.
That's all right. No worries.
That's hilarious.
All right. Actually, you know what? It's perfect. Let me just catch up real quick. V6 Neon for one says breaking Libyan leader assassinated as
Another one?
Islamists take over. Wow. Okay. That's
He's gonna keep doing this every 10 years.
I guess so. Yeah. V6 Neon again for one says it's amazing with his fence sitting hasn't been a castrati. What is this word?
Castrated.
Catastrophe is what they're trying to say.
Catastrophic.
Hold on, I can't- let's go see it.
CASTR. Look here. It's in the private chat.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me
I'm a guitar master now, by the way, boys.
Are you
play some.
castrati? That's what that says to me.
Straight.
What the hell does castrati mean?
Never heard that before.
I've never heard
Never-
that one.
okay.
I've
It's
heard
a big
castrate.
castrati.
Castrate.
It's some weird British
Yeah.
slang or some shit.
Some
Never
shitty
heard that
breakfast
before.
food.
It's some shitty breakfast. It's like some beans on like a hot dog or something.
I've lived in England for over a month, and look, I
Did you?
don't want to hate on anybody. I'm just saying the breakfast was not very good.
Yeah, no. When I see pictures, it looks like throw up. It looks like what old people
Great.
eat.
They have tea. They give
Oh.
them props for tea.
Kids love it.
Castrati is a
Oh, like-
castrated singer.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Like
Wait,
when Jack
I'm gonna
Sparrow's
read
like,
this
you know,
again.
Got you. That's what he's talking about.
I'm
Castrated.
looking down. Yeah. So, okay. So it's amazing with his fence sitting. He hasn't been a castrati. At least then Tim would be a soprano or an alto region. Okay. That's
Oh,
good. That's good. I
I
get
get
that
it
joke
now.
now. You know what? That very nice. That's good.
okay.
I'm glad
Clever.
we discussed that and then went back and reread because okay, let us discuss the this freaking dude. Look at this face.
Yeah, he
All right.
Bonjour.
All right. There it is in so they come in.
Wait, what are we looking at?
Okay, so this is the
French
leader of France
President
Who
dude.
was
yeah.
married to a man?
who was like a pedo when his teacher when he was a freaking
Yeah, the teacher was a pedo.
10-year-old or
Yeah.
something. Okay, and then this is Keir Starmer, the British asshole who's running the
Yep.
country or giving the country away or whatever. I don't know who this guy is. And chat, who's this the old guy on the right? I got a better image. Okay, so here's the actual where's the actual video? Here's the video in question. Okay. Mertz. Who's Mertz? I don't know who Mertz is. Okay. Macron, Starmer, and Mertz caught on video on the return from Kiev, a bag of white powder on the table. Macron, well, we're going to watch it. Let's just watch this, okay? Caul, have you seen this?
No.
Okay. So they're laughing, they're greeting each other. This dude just said something about my bathrobe, and this guy was like, haha, yeah. Okay, so first things first, okay? You notice this guy moves this label here, right? This binder or whatever it is, and then grabs this little, what looks like, and what the internet is surmising is a Coke spoon. Okay, and we'll get to that.
A Coke what?
Then, all right, and then
Definitely
you
grabbed
see
it.
You say Coke
Macron.
spoon?
Yeah, it definitely looks like a Coke spoon. All right. Look, let me. All right.
I don't even know
First
what that
things
is.
first. I'll show you. Never mind. Look at this. Now we got Macron in the middle.
Wow.
Okay, that was shady.
Damn, that was so crazy. Oh my.
And there he hides it in his pocket. Now they're trying to argue that it was a napkin or something, you know. If it was a napkin, don't you think he would have just grabbed it and thrown it away? There is a trash bin in there. I saw another view of a different angle. So it's not AI. All right, it's been confirmed this is a real video. This is accurate. A lot of people are trying to be like, no, it's AI, it's this and that, and they're like, no, and now they're running with it's a napkin. Okay. And I think it's
a napkin.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
I have a
It does
close
look like
up.
a crumpled napkin, and I know what Coke bags look like. That's a lot of Coke if that's a Coke bag.
Well, but why wouldn't the French dude have a lot of Coke?
But why would you need that much Coke unless you're fucking super partying? Like that's
where were they?
You underestimate how much
Where
Coke
were
that
they?
is.
Where were they?
In an office.
Ukraine. No, they're coming from Ukraine. They're coming.
I know,
back
but
from Ukraine.
holding that big of a bag is crazy. No one travels with that much Coke. That's so much Coke. I think we're underestimating how much Coke that would be.
I don't know. So I'll go with what Paul's
I've got
saying,
the best version close up that I could find. Here it is.
That looks like a
really cleaned up.
That's a crazy bag. That's a bag.
Shiny. That is way too shiny for a napkin.
It does not look like a napkin.
I think it's a napkin,
shiny.
and okay. So
that
here's my
middle
theory.
area. That's shiny.
But listen, cameras have crazy exposure. The whites are lit up. It could be It could just be the angle of the light on the napkin that makes it look like that. An optical illusion going automatically to Coke. That does not look like Coke to me in any way, shape, or form. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. In no way, shape, or form do I see that being Coke.
I can see it, but when it's in full powdered form, like it was 100% crushed already, and like so that you don't have to worry about it. It's like an easy go-to.
So also that would have to be like a vacuum sealed bag for it to be like that many ridges all on the end of it like that. It would have to be. Yeah. It looks if anything, it looks like a rubber glove that's like been crumpled. So maybe there could be Coke in the fingers. It could be.
I can see that. Yeah, that kind of material.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not going to be totally sure it's a napkin, but people saying reflective. I don't see reflective. I think that is it would be a napkin. It would just be weird colors on the napkin.
I definitely see reflective.
Caul, I don't see reflective.
I mean, it looks like a plastic bag to me.
I think y'all don't understand how cameras work. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I did
on a low quality camera.
I was in front of a camera professionally for.
Yeah, but you have to be behind the camera. That's the difference here.
Was a part of the process, so I saw how the. Okay.
I really doubt it. Moon landing denier, and
I think no. I think that you're underestimating how cameras work. If you really were behind cameras like that, you would know that's what that could be. That's the thing. I have 5 cameras right now that I have access to.
A lot more cameras than me.
That could be a blown out white easily, and the gray. It could easily be a gray with the black and the white. The color grading is bad. That could be white balance fucked up. There could be so many different things that could be besides plastic bag, and I just don't see it being a plastic bag. I don't.
I mean, all right, this right here. See these
That's what
areas.
I'm talking about. That's an overexposed area.
I just to me that looks like that is catching the light more.
I think it's because of the shadow. It's relative to the shadow that is being by the top of the napkin being held over it. I think you're seeing protrusions of the napkin, and that's what's catching all the light, and it looks like it's reflecting. But I think it's really just protruding past that edge on the top.
So you're saying
It's
that
the
would be a
only little part.
humongous amount of cocaine, Flawed?
Yeah, but even then, I'm not. If I'm leaning towards anything, it's a napkin. To be honest, I would say it was coke. I have no reason to be on this person's side. To be honest,
true.
I mean, if
I thought it was coke, I would say it was coke. I swear on my mother.
Why does he? Look at his face right here?
I don't think that's weird. I think if anything, it shows that he's not. I think he doesn't look like he's stressing. He just looks like awkward. You're all taking pictures of us. We're trying to
He can't stress. He can't stress. He's sitting in front of a bunch of cameras. If he stresses,
you just said look at his face.
It's going to be. I know, but that to me, that's the only thing he could have done. Is like he looks awkward to me here. Like
I don't think he does. I think he just looks like he's posing for a picture, bro. That's what I see. It just looks like, it looks like he saw trash
now I don't know
and
what to
he grabbed trash, and it was a photo op, and he didn't want trash on the table for a photo op. I think that's all.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely could see that 100% for sure.
Also, people who do drugs are very protective with their drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, regardless of, you could be rich, you could be poor.
Tell that to the person who left the freaking bag of coke in the White House last year.
Yeah, that's, again, you didn't see it. It was just in the White House. You're not gonna see someone's bag of coke. I honestly just don't believe that. You don't believe
that they found a bag of coke?
No, I didn't say that they didn't find a bag of coke. I said you're not gonna see it on camera. Is what I'm saying. You're not.
Okay,
not on this high profile of a situation. I don't. When is the last time you ever seen anything like that? All these niggas do drugs. When have you ever seen anyone's drugs? All these celebrities who are super duper duper drug addicts. When have you ever seen any of their drugs? For years. Heath Ledger was super drug addict. All these people, you've never seen any of their drugs once. I'm not saying they don't do drugs.
No, I definitely get what you're saying.
I just know people are.
All the signs are there, but are you seeing them doing the drugs? You know, are you actually?
They all look like drug addicts. I think they're all drug addicts, to be honest. I do.
Did you see a before and after of this woman?
Yeah,
dude, it's insane.
That one's pretty weird.
Again, I don't think this is drugs. I thought it was drugs in the beginning, but then after reviewing it over and over again, I don't think it was drugs that Hunter did here.
There's a song playing in the background here. Hold on.
I know where you're going. Nigga stupid, bro. That would be a lit party. I would probably vote for Biden at that point.
I mean, jury's still out. I think the internet wants to believe that it's coke. I think that they do coke. I think they do coke, and so it's like it's easy to like.
I think they do more than coke. I think they do GHB. I think they do coke. I think they have crazy drug parties. This dude's gay, so he's on GHB. He's on E. He's on coke. He's doing so many. He's probably doing meth. They're probably doing all different types of drugs, to be honest.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Especially him, because his wife is a man.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's true.
But I don't think it's coke. I really don't. But it could be. I could be dead ass wrong. That's
chat,
what's up for the
chat. What do you think? What do you think? Was it coke or was it a bag? Was it trash?
Chat.
Tell us.
Chat. I'm not 100% sure that it's either, to be honest. Let me say that. I'm just more towards napkin.
More towards napkin, but
yeah,
you're not sure.
Yeah, I'll say I'm 65% napkin.
Okay.
35% drug.
All right. Okay. Caul, where you at? What's
napkin with coke in it? That's what I'm settling on.
My take is, I'm not sure, but we live in a world where the people who are in those positions of power can get caught. Let's say it won't get really reported by the mainstream. And so, like, if it doesn't get reported, it didn't really happen. And you can even point it out if it did happen, and nothing's going to happen to them. But maybe it was a napkin too. I don't know. Do
you think he would have let them leave the room with that footage? If it was coke and he knew he didn't grab that quick enough, and then they took that video, he said, nope. He could have done anything.
A lot of these, I mean, what if they're live streaming or to the cloud?
They could have been live streaming. I don't know.
Who knows? Like, I don't know the situation. Like,
I don't.
Maybe it was too late. He knew. I mean, and it was like whatever. They're not going to be able to do shit because that's a lot. What I think a lot of these people think anyway. Like they can do whatever the hell they want. I mean, they do.
If there's that, okay. So let's just think. Let's just if they're in a room, those people
Mhm.
doing drugs with a big ass bag of drugs and a Coke spoon on the table, which is already weird, right?
Yeah.
But because you don't need a spoon. But they are they're up there, they're elite, so they could use spoons for Coke. But if there's a big ass bag on the table, you were just doing Coke. Are you going to say, we just did Coke? Let's invite cameras in here and leave this Coke on the table real quick for this photo op. Oh shit, there's Coke there. That's a big ass bag of Coke. I just don't see it. Just for me, that does not logical.
It is a massive fuck up. It's like, damn.
Okay,
with that much Coke on the table, I don't see it.
I understand, but also if you're coming from a place of privilege, like they probably are, and it wasn't any of theirs, right? The Coke wasn't actually any of theirs, right? Someone like, let's just say Zillinsky was with them, and he was like, oh, hey, you guys want some of this? It's the best that you can get because we got billions from America. So we're just buying the best Coke, so here it is, here's the bag.
Got billions from America. So
you know what I'm saying? And like, here you go. Just we'll put it on the table. Here's use the spoon. It's perfect. Do a couple bumps and then they all get up and are just like, it's not theirs, right? But it's on the table. And they all get up and walk out of the room. And Zillinsky leaves. And the press is like, oh, can we interview you? And then they come in the room and they sit down and it's there. I'm just like painting a picture. Like I could see that being a potential,
I could see that.
I could also see that it's a freaking, it's a weird looking tissue that for some reason he felt the need to grab. If it was someone else's tissue,
is that really
that would
weird?
be disgusting, though.
I think it's his.
Would you grab someone else's?
Yeah.
No. All right. So if it is his, so like he was sitting
and then
there,
put it in his pocket.
Why would he put it on the table though? Have you ever blown your nose and then in a public place and put your?
But maybe it wasn't from a nose blow. People use napkins for other things. He could have wiped up some water. It could have been the cup left a ring of perspiration. I do that. I put napkins around my cups,
It's respectful.
And wipe up the little place that they're in. Sometimes just put it down.
Nice
it could be anything.
Soon.
Two stirrers. Maybe one cup didn't have anything in it. Didn't need anything to be stirred. Maybe one cup did. You never know, bro. Could be
in the 1970s. The McDonald's coffee spoon coffee stirrer was a tiny little spoon at the end of a stick, and they had to discontinue it because they were using it. It held exactly 100 milliliters.
For drugs. People are just like, yeah, already
people are using it as both a way to use it and measure it because they can measure exactly. One scoop was exactly 100.
That's so crazy. They discontinue that.
And they were like, they got rid of it because
I feel like you're getting more business at that point.
They kept getting stolen. People would walk in and grab all of them. You know what I mean? And then just leave.
I did that with straws when I used to smoke perks.
Okay.
Run up in McDonald's, take all the straws. Like we need some for the next time because they're gonna melt. Yeah, I see that. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
So but Tev said it's a Tide stirrer, which is I guess a thing. I don't know. A bamboo Tide stirrer. I don't know what he means. Not bamboo knotted stirrer. I don't know what that is.
Well, I don't know. I highly doubt we're ever gonna find anything.
Yeah, we won't. We don't know who left the Coke
situation in the White House, right? Well, I mean, who knows about that? Because there does seem to be some turning of the tides in the air.
You think that's ever going to come out, though? Even with the turning tides?
I don't know if we'll ever see it, but I know that Trump probably has seen it. I think Trump knows who the people are that are on the tapes, the Epstein tapes I'm talking about. If I understand there being victims in all of these tapes. I don't want
Tev has a picture.
I don't want the tapes to come out. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see this shit. I don't want them to be out. Tev has a picture of what?
Of exactly what it is. Hold on, I'm about to send it to you.
Of the spoon that was on the table.
Yeah, it's not a spoon though. Hold on.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's like I don't know how you got.
You can share it in X or where.
I'm gonna put it in our group chat. You could like save it from there or something. Can you save it from there?
Yeah.
I don't know how you got that clear ass picture. Maybe they took a picture.
Okay. Oh, that is 100% a crumbled napkin.
Yeah, I don't know how. So they must have been like
Okay.
as they were recording at the same time.
Give me 1 second.
Because that's a clear fucking picture, way clearer than anything else we've seen.
This was a picture. This was clearly a picture, and the others were taken from video.
True,
Okay,
true.
You could clearly see on the right that is like they shoved a cherry through it or something.
Yeah.
One of those stabby things.
Yeah.
And then that is 100% a crumpled tissue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is definitely not a baggie. From this picture, you could definitely see like
that's such a clear fucking picture.
Yeah, it's very clear. All right, well, I mean, that's freaking super easy.
So they must have been like, okay, but AI could recreate that. In all reality, we're at a time where AI could have easily recreated that, to be honest.
True. Yeah.
But I think that's what it is, though. I think it's a stir in a picture.
Right. Nice. But good shit, Tef.
That's crazy. That's that clear. How's Tef get that picture?
Okay, so that being said, I was watching InfoWars earlier, and Harrison from InfoWars was saying, like, it's weird that we're now seeing how Israel is separating and saying we need to like get used to weaning ourselves off American whatever. And I'm like, well, good. I don't think America should pay for any country.
I think this is go ahead, my bad. I'll talk.
That's fine. And how Trump is talking to Hamas and getting them to release thing, talking to Iran, not just blowing Iran up, which is what Netanyahu wanted. He's making peace deal like he made Pakistan and India stop fighting, and I don't think that was probably that hard actually, because I think that it was just a freaking chest, like just a bunch of stupid people fucking chests, dick swinging their chest, dick swinging contest, and Trump comes in, slams his big ass dick on the table, and they go, all right, you win, that American vibe, and it's just like, all right, we're done. And it's like now Zillinsky, I read today, he's willing to go just do a ceasefire, immediate ceasefire with Russia. And it's like,
Zillinsky said that?
Zillinsky.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, the tides are shifting. Trump is freaking, Trump just did the whole thing with the tariff war with China. He brought China to the table and just negotiated an entire new thing with China. It's like, that's exactly what the whole point of the tariffs was, and it's like, everything, Trump is just winning on all fronts. But according to like what I'm seeing, it feels like the leverage that whoever had the Epstein tapes, whoever was sending people to Epstein Island and were holding on to the tapes and using the leverage, that leverage is gone. And I feel like I think justice is coming. The way things are playing out right now, I think it's
I hate to be black-pilled, but I think that's not what's happening. I think what's happening is supposed to happen because Americans are being very vocal that we are like not liking how attached America is to Israel and what could potentially come from us going that hard at Iran. They thought they had us convinced. They thought that they were going to be able to like kind of like what is the word? Reluctantly push us into that war. But I think that they see that we see through it, so they're trying to postpone it. I think is what's happening.
Have you seen his Operation Hurricane exposing all of that shit that he's about
what's Operation Hurricane? I still don't believe it. I think if it's a headline, then we're supposed to see it.
No, this wasn't a headline. This was something.
No, I'm talking about the Israel thing.
Pay attention to.
I don't know what this is.
Crossfire Hurricane, excuse me, is what is that? So Crossfire Hurricane is where the Russia collusion, Russia, that whole bullshit, and they were spying, and Clinton's emails. I know Caul knows about this. Well, he's just signed an order to declassify everything pertaining to Hillary Clinton and John Durham and the 2016 Crossfire Hurricane, which is like when he said in 2016, because you'd be in jail, right? To Clinton, and then don't give us hope. I mean, I'm just telling you what happened. This is what he, I think he orders full declassification of all this stuff. So it's like, where's Exertus?
Exertus.
He's probably sleeping right now.
That sounds good, but I think we already knew all of this. So declassifying it is like Americans they are well aware of this. So when we declassify it, they're like, oh yeah, we already knew this. I think no one's getting arrested.
No. We know it.
I think plenty. And I think once they declassify it, the same people that don't want to hear it ain't gonna hear it. I think they still won't care.
Yeah, that's the weird part. But
I also think they're ushering out old Democrats, moving in new ones, and I think it's just tech people.
Who's the new Democrats?
Exactly. I don't think they're not there yet. But we have a couple of years. We're in the first year of Trump's presidency, but clearly they were getting Biden out of there. Clearly they're trying to make it seem like we know we fucked up with the last group of Democrats, so they can just replace it with new ones.
When Trump was announced the winner, Joe Biden gave out $1.4 billion a day for his last 70 days of presidency.
Yeah, that's called a come up.
1.4 billion a day. And in the last 20 years, only 8 or 9 billion have been given out to the same organizations. Yeah. That's like $100 billion he just fucking dumped to his friends. I think paying off people in the DNC. It's fucking
for sure
insane, dude.
I think.
Paul, you still there, bro?
I'm here.
I think that it's all just
I can't see you, so
Trump
it's like
has good heart and everyone else is trash. I think it's what it is.
I think Trump talk is cheap. Let me know when someone gets arrested. It's been like how many years?
No one's getting arrested.
Yeah, that's true.
Put them in jail, and until you put them in jail, I really don't give a fuck.
And if you do, it'll be an Epstein situation where it's like we got to give him someone. We got to do something.
Yeah, you can't make it just one fall guy. Like we know there's a lot of motherfuckers on all sides that were doing horrific shit. Arrest them. They won't even name them. Cash Patel was just on the record,
this fucking sellout
saying that he killed himself.
This fucking sellout, bro. Like, see, as soon as I saw that and Bondi, I'm like, this shit is fucking.
He killed himself.
This is some bullshit. Palantir, all these fucking. All this shit is trash.
Killed himself?
Yes.
I think he really hung himself. He said that.
Yes, he did.
Cash Patel. Nah, I think he's dead.
You think Epstein's dead?
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Chat,
but I think they killed him.
Epstein's still alive?
I don't think he killed himself.
There's some weird photos that were circulating.
But that he's alive.
It wouldn't be that hard. They don't have the footage of him dying, so it wouldn't be that hard to just be like, "Hey, we're not going to kill you. We're just going to ship you out to this island."
Maybe that's why they blocked the cameras.
It's a conspiracy. Are you playing Fortnite right now?
No.
But
if I was, I'd be dominating.
Like I'd be the last 3 right now in the final 3, hiding behind a tree.
A bunch of times, yeah.
I've never played by myself solo.
Dude, you got to get the force powers. If you have the force powers, you can really fuck with people. You get a lightsaber and a double jump and super speed, and all of a sudden, you don't have to be that good with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, that lightning
clips.
Is
I know. I'm always right.
It's pretty OP.
Who just said that?
Killed an Emperor Asmal in a lightsaber fight. It was super satisfying.
I'm always right.
Didn't David Hogg just get caught like paying himself too much and being
that wasn't real? I guess.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah, I guess I was hoping. I thought it was real, and I looked it up that same day, and they're like, "This hasn't been reported anywhere." So it's like funny. Twitter just spreading their fucking Twitter news.
Yeah.
It'll always be Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Twitter. Yep.
But Twitter's still great. I was about to say it's the only place I can go bump this fucking song.
That's true. Well, I did record. Yeah,
Me too.
I screen recorded it because I don't know. Can you just download it from his?
Yeah, from Twitter.
His page. He's just letting you download it.
Yeah, well, you can download any video on Twitter.
No, you can set it so no one can download it.
No. There's an app. There's an outside app. Elijah put me on. TW download. You can download any Twitter app. It works on everything except for Instagram.
What about YouTube?
Well, no, you need it. I just do YouTube to MP4, YouTube to MP3 for those, depending on what I'm trying to do.
Can you send me that?
YouTube to MP3. Oh, the song? I got you. The video or the song?
No, just the website.
The site? Yeah, I got you.
All of the above. Just
I got you.
Send me a nice little package.
I got you. I'll send you a care package.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so all right, you sent this whole thing about Amaranth, and I like.
Oh yeah, that shit's crazy.
So I looked at what happened, right? So I guess she was streaming all day with her husband. He stormed at her, was all pissed that she jerked off some dude in a parking lot of a Chinatown, and then whatever, and they were fighting, and the cops came, and I'm like, today I was just like right before I was like, what am I going to talk about? And it just dawned on me, I'm like, she she just wants the people, the simps that follow her to give her money, to think that she would sleep with them still, that there's still a chance. She's married, but I mean, that dude was wearing no socks with the loafers. Did you see that? I'm like, dude, is he? I've never seen a straight guy wear that before. I'm just saying, I worked in the modeling industry.
He doesn't move like a straight guy.
I saw a lot of those that look, but never on a straight dude. Okay, I'm just
Did you hear
saying.
what he said? He said, "You said you wanted an open relationship. Can I fuck Aaron?" And we agreed to it. And it's like, you're already gay, my boy. What is all this? Like Kanye said, "Yes, I am a cock." Like that's fun, whatever, on a track. But like you're doing this in real life. Get the fuck out of here, bro. There's no way. You're gay.
Yeah. Thank God her name isn't Ashley.
It's not?
the Amaranth. I don't know Amaranth's real name.
Probably Ashley. Low key.
Probably Ashley. Yeah, I did notice that St. Clair has yet to be back on. She's just gone. Well, her lawyers are probably like, you are not allowed to post anymore.
She's an idiot.
You'll lose the money because he pays her money now. She is going to live a lavish lifestyle. It's so funny. She spoke so much against like the women that are doing. It's just so funny.
That's how it works, though. We knew how it was going to go. Everyone knows what these girls in these spaces are actually doing. They're not actually, they just parrot what they hear men say until they can find one of these men. If they're in a relationship, they're just trying to get an audience, no matter what. It's not they don't come up with original ideas.
They will claw each other apart. I just read an article yesterday about how women will, this was a study actually done, that women will sabotage women they think are more attracted than them try to bring them down to their level or below so that they are a better target for men.
100%.
It happens with hairdressers a lot. It's like hairdressers will like, oh, you should get this haircut, knowing that it's not the best option for the
this will look great on you. You should get that. Yeah.
Yes.
Get that job. Oh, you look.
They're malicious, dude. Like,
and then when people hate,
shit.
like, don't listen to the haters. It looks good. And then just keep that haircut forever. That ugly ass haircut.
Oh no, that dress doesn't look fat on you. Don't look fat. You don't look fat in that.
You look great. Wear it with confidence.
You look fat in that dress. Yeah.
That's facts, though. Every girl I know is like that. To be honest, this is girls are friends with girls to an extent, you know.
Right. That's true.
Why feminism is a lie. It's all self-serving. It's not actually for the mass of women. It's only for the one woman who's thinking about it. I can get away with more. I could do more. It's all about you when it's feminism. That's what they're thinking about. They're not thinking about betterment of women. That's not a thing. Women don't care about the betterment of women.
That's true.
Their own. That's it.
The betterment of themselves.
Yeah, that's what they're looking at.
And it's even worse with society as a whole. That our Western society is geared towards everyone. Yeah, self-serving. Yeah. Like everything's about you, convenience, and like what's best for you, and like live your life, and no, abort the child and live your having children is selfish. It's like selfish. Like having a child is selfish. I don't have a life anymore. What the fuck do you mean?
You're selfish for contributing to the world continuing on. Yeah,
giving your kid morals of humanity. Because I'm going to raise a child to be, to replace me essentially, eventually.
Yeah.
And because we all die one day, and I want a few more. And
you're keeping the world going, bro.
Shit.
You're literally keeping the world going.
I know we want two, but like, I mean,
no, you said few. That's three at least.
I did say I said a few more also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's at least three more kids. That's at least three more. If you say,
gonna have to put a freaking build this house up a little bit. There's only 2 bedrooms in this house. It's not.
Some kids are raised in 2 bedrooms, bro. Three bedroom, 3 kids, 2 bedrooms. Like, just make your family.
Beds.
Bro. When he gets old enough, the eldest can take like a tree house.
Facts.
Okay.
Send them out to the woods. Make them come back like
be like the outpost ranger / lookout.
What's funny you say that, Caul? I was walking around my property with Vincent, and I was just like, "What do you think about this tree?" No, this one's a little too high before like the first branches. You want some lower branches to get like, so you can get into treehouse, and then like
Yep.
I don't know, I was scoping the property out, right? Because I have a son.
Yeah.
I guess if I had a daughter, I would still build her a treehouse, but like doesn't matter. I have a son. You know what I mean? That doesn't matter. I'm obviously gonna build a treehouse for my son, and now
I never had a treehouse.
I'm like, oh shit! Like I'm literally need to start like planning in the future because it's like when he's like 3, which he's almost 1. Holy fuck, that's insane that he's almost 1. So he's gonna be 3 in no time. Basically, I'm gonna blink, and I'm gonna be 60, and he's getting married or some shit. I don't even know. Anyway, yeah, I can't wait. So,
bro,
so hyped.
I never had a tree house, but I climbed a lot of trees.
Listen,
listen.
When you get here, we'll carve your name in there too. All right, buddy.
Nice. I'm gonna
teach you how to swim. Carve your name in the treehouse.
You didn't know how to swim.
Wait, that's yours?
Well, it's not mine. It's just there. It's everyone's.
Can you really not swim?
10 houses there. No, I can't swim.
What the fuck?
I went in the pool
is there alligators?
Like 2 months ago.
So like if we were like on a cruise and the boat wasn't moving, because then that would be a chance to help you. Because if the boat's moving, jumping out's not an option. You're cooked, right? But let's say the boat stops. You would need me to jump out and save your ass if you fell overboard?
Yes. 100%.
Holy shit.
100%. Not even close. Not even.
What if you had like fins on? You know, the like snorkeling fins? And you just were at the surface holding onto a rope.
I'd be fine.
Fins
holding a rope, I'm fine.
All right, holding a rope. All right, let me show you something. I did this in the Bahamas, where it's very. Oh, here we go. Am I still sharing my screen?
I don't see anything.
I know. I'm about to reshare. So I used to make like little silly videos back in the day, and I made a video of me in the Bahamas for my birthday. Now this is, when did I put this up? 8 years ago.
Short ass hair, curly hair. Look at you,
this,
bro.
So this is me 8 years ago.
It's already scary.
Me and Nish, my buddy Ben. There's Nisha. That's my buddy Ben.
This is already
look
scary.
At this. This is Bahamas.
That water is so clear.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's sick.
Dude, that's a face under. It was dope.
That's fucking sick. Is that rocks?
Yeah, it's a freaking big stone rock under there. Little selfie on Stevens. Mom, are you listening? You love this, right?
This is a good song.
The Bahamas are tight.
That's where I'm from. That's where my family's from. I'm not from there, but my family's from there.
This water was so warm.
My whole family lives in Bahamas.
That's cool. That statue is dope. There's Niche right there.
Wow, she can swim.
She's got super long fins.
She
can swim? I'm so pissed.
Swimming is fun.
Dude, in this kind of environment, it's awesome, man.
And the fish don't bite or nothing?
No, they're chill. They're growing coral there.
The water is so clear.
Dude, it's beautiful down there. That's me.
Y'all make it look easy, bro.
It is easy.
Like my legs hanging. I would be panicking on that boat.
All right, look at this. All right, I'm in the water. I'm in the water with these sharks right now. I'm looking down. Because deep down, let me see if I can get a shot of it. All right. They're hanging from the boat down a weight with a bag of like bloody bait.
Oh, so they'll go after the bait instead of you.
They're down below, circling around the bait bag.
Okay.
So I'm above them, and everyone in the boat like stuck their head down and were like, "Nope."
I wouldn't go in there. Hell no. Even if I could swim.
And I'm showing how white he is.
This is fact.
It's true though.
She's absolutely right.
There's the bait bag there, the bait box, and then they brought him up and started feeding him. And I was like, oh shit. They start going nuts.
Yeah, nah. I'm out. Yeah, I'd be out. I don't even
That's
wanna
me
see
right
that.
here on the side holding my fins.
Yep, white as fuck. That close to the edge. No bar there, no nothing.
It's true.
Just
I was right
standing
on the edge.
That's
I didn't
crazy.
even think about it. That's true. I leaned out a
crazy.
few times, just like looking over there.
Yeah, no, I would never. That's crazy. You would have saw
What
me
if-
on the far opposite side.
I mean, but they're down below. They're not. They. It's like they know they're not interested in me. I'm not bleeding, right?
Yo, there's always that potential where it's like, you know what? Today I want to bite a fucking human. I don't care about this fucking bait, and that's what goes through my head.
Yeah.
Someone has to be the statistic. Someone has to be,
Okay.
even if you're not likely to be it. Like that's how my luck goes. Like I'm the one who has that type of shit.
All right.
And then that
Who would do it?
wasted shit pops up. Wasted.
Chat. Would you go in there? Caul, would you go in there?
Dude,
Wasted
I've
across
done
the street.
something that looking back, I was like, that was crazy. Off the coast of Santa Monica, we were on someone's boat.
Okay.
And we were taking turns with like a long ass rope being dragged behind the boat in the water.
White
Cool.
shit.
So
That's cool.
I did that for a while, and then I looked down and I could not see like even a foot below me. And then I was like, bro, like I could easily be fucking eaten like right now. I'm getting back on the boat. And that's when I pulled myself back in.
So
There's no way
I call
I'm
that,
doing that.
I call that dark water. I actually have a song. I've actually never played this song. But it's about dark water. It's about when you can't see. It's not that you can't see the floor. It's that the water is so deep that you can no longer see anything.
It gets opaque before you can see
Yeah,
the bottom.
Jaws could be coming up
Right.
to bite me right now. I gotta get back on the boat.
Yeah, Nisha told me the story. She lived on a boat in the South Pacific for almost a year, and she taught scuba diving. And she told me about this time where she was scuba diving in this beautiful reef, and her and the people she was with were like, "Oh, let's just go out, see how far out we can go, like away from the reef into the blue ocean." And they went out to the point where there was literally nothing in every single direction. And she said she was pretty far down, so it felt like you couldn't tell which way was up and down
To go.
and it was like an infinite in every direction. And I'm
water's
like,
scary to me. That's why water is scary to me. That's the exact shit.
So like that, I understand that fear. There is like, I don't like jumping into water without knowing that I can jump in without there being things that I will hit, like a rock or something. I won't dive into water unless I could see visibly, or I go and scope it out and then I go out and then dive in, right? So the deep ocean, that I call it dark water, when it's dark and I can't see past it. This happens in like really deep lakes, like when you jump into a lake and the water is like that
Murky.
brownish green from the tannins of leaves. You know, it's like, it's not like that blue or like this blue clear oceany water.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in ocean water too, because light just doesn't penetrate after a certain point. But man, in the ocean, there's some big fucking things that you will never see until it's too late.
Yeah, it's
so
terrifying.
I understand that fear. I understand the fear, but I think you should learn how to swim. You should learn how
I
to swim.
should, but like my fear won't allow me. That's like I said, I could overcome a lot of things. I said white girls and food, but add water to that as well.
Don't you think like
you hated onions
in a pool with like not that deep, you could do it?
I've been in pools and I've never actually tried to swim, but I've been in pools and my body, like, I get into like a freeze mode.
You just got to go into a pool where there's a slope so that you're in the kiddie section and then you can slowly walk your way down.
Bobby and Sav, their pool is literally, they have a crazy pool. And still, I went in it and I was like, I'm not going past my knees. Not happening. As soon as that, like, and my anxiety gets too much and like I verge panic attacks and it's like, yeah, no, this ain't worth it. I'd rather just drown.
I'd rather just drown. That's nuts. Shut up. That's crazy. All right, yeah, I was about to mention nuclear. Just said learn to float. It's easy. That's really what you need to do is learn how to.
Saying this to me.
Well, no, let me just say, understanding your breathing, because you can literally go into water, not move your arms or legs at all, and just take a deep breath and keep your breath deep. Like not go and exhale everything. Keep breathing at the top of your lungs. You know, keep like up your chest filled with air, and you literally float. My grandma used to do it. She used to just float in the pool for like an hour. And I was always been like, how do you do that? And I didn't figure it out until later in life, because you like having your lungs filled with air might save your life, because you might freeze, but if you at least take a big breath, and like, because you could freak out, take a big deep breath, and that'll actually, it's almost like putting on floaties. You know, you might tip forward a little bit because you don't know how to orient yourself, but just if you do end up in a situation, just breathe out and breathe it all back in.
I'm panicking off rip, guaranteed.
But you might think about that one day. I'm
Maybe.
just trying to help you, you know. As your
All
father,
you gotta do is tread water and kick your legs slowly, and you'll never.
All you gotta do. That's
all you gotta do.
All you gotta do is climbing a mountain for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you in my river when you get here.
The fuck, you think I'm not 200 pounds? What do you mean you throw me in the river, bro?
Dude, I will throw you in the river.
You have to literally catch me, grab me.
I'll roll you.
Bring my.
I'll roll you in the river.
Pool.
Is that better?
You'd have to just get me on the edge. Look over here.
You might like it though, Flaw. Like I fucking love swimming. I do it for fun.
You might like it. I've been in water, Carl. I don't like it.
You feel like a superhero when you're in the water, though. Like I always imagine myself as like
it's the opposite to me
every single time because it's just the shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like flying. It does feel like
flying.
It's flying. Yeah.
Or when you crouch on the side like Spider-Man when you're taking a break. I love that shit.
You do float more in
every time
water,
I've been in the pool, that's what I do. I literally just hang on the side of the pool.
So you're Spider-Man the whole time.
Yeah.
You got to branch out into the Aquaman.
If I get up or like to a high, I'm just on the edge. I'm on the ladder. I'm not even fucking doing. I don't even trust the edge. I'm on the ladder.
So like diving down to like the 10-foot bottom part freak you out.
Absolutely not. That's like as soon as that's crazy to even think about.
I do that for fun, Flawed. I just dive to the bottom for shits and giggles.
Yeah, me too. I enjoy it.
Absolutely not. That's crazy.
I like to just sit on the bottom. Actually, it's very peaceful.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sit on the bottom and just kind of like zen out down there, man. Because
do backflips and front flips and shit.
You don't. It's like a sensory deprivation tank, but like you just go to the bottom of the pool and suddenly you're just like, I don't know. It's quiet. You still hear whooshing of people swimming, but it's very muted and there's something so peaceful about it.
Dude, the skull bone vibration headphones are next level for swimming.
That's cool.
Because you just put them over your ears so they're like on your jawbones and it vibrates the music into your head. So I downloaded like Echo the Dolphin Genesis, the whole soundtrack, and I'll put that shit on in the pool. It's awesome.
It doesn't electrocute you?
No.
That's crazy.
It's fucking legit.
Was a little behind, but I heard yesterday that Hillary had her security clearance revoked recently. Anyone know anything about that? Well, if you're behind, I do.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do. That. Has something to do with that executive order.
Should have been happened in reality.
You should swim.
Okay.
Not happening.
I'm gonna stay on that. All right. Next week is episode 150. I'm so excited. 150 base up Mondays.
What is the date?
I don't know. I have to check.
The 19th. My brother will be here.
Oh shit! All right.
Is he older or younger?
Yeah. He's my little brother. He's younger than me.
Younger brother. Okay.
Yeah, a couple years younger than me. So maybe I'll have him come on with me. He probably won't.
We could just play a little intro music for him. Or is this better?
Nah, he's half white. So
okay. So he changes the batteries.
Yeah. He changes
the
batteries.
The white side is like, I need to change those batteries.
Yeah. Legit, he doesn't. Yeah, his black side. He's black still, but he ain't doing all that.
Okay.
Letting shit beep. Absolutely not.
Well, it's like if you're a little bit of black, you could say it, right?
Yeah, he says nigga. He says nigga an awful lot.
An awful lot, huh?
Yeah. Well, did you paint that behind you?
No, that's it's like a
cheap ass Amazon shit.
Amazon, literally.
Wait, it's what?
It's an Amazon peel and stick wallpaper, except I didn't peel it. I just tacked it. And I didn't even do it. Gator did. Bravo Gator did it. But yeah.
Wait, Gator, your dog?
No. The rapper. The guy who moved me out here.
Wait, aren't you working for him?
Yeah. But he worked for me for no reason.
He did it.
Bro.
That's, you know what? I love that energy right there. Though.
He unpacked my whole house.
That means
everything.
He's a friggin' a dope dude too. He's not just like,
he's a real one.
That's cool.
Him and his wife too.
I'm so happy for you, man. Like,
it's dope, bro.
I love what you got going on, dude. So cool.
I was in Michigan 2 weekends ago. I was in Michigan and Indiana. Fucking sold out shows, just fucking getting lit. It was crazy. I'd never been to a concert like that, and now it's like that's what I do for a job. I'm about to go to Georgia. Yeah, I'm about to go to Georgia, Macon and Gainesville at the end of the month, and then we're just traveling all over the country.
Are you going to go to Atlanta?
No. Macon and Gainesville is the only things we're doing in Georgia, I think. Oh, and I could maybe we'll go back. I don't know.
My hometown.
You're from Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm a Southern boy from Atlanta.
What are you doing in LA?
I swear to God.
Fuck.
It's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm the only one
Georgia,
in my family that's
Kentucky.
from the South, actually. Literally the only one. Everyone else.
Did you ever live there?
Huh?
Did you ever live there?
Yeah, for 3 years. My initial existence on life was in Atlanta, Georgia.
You weren't there long enough to become a weirdo.
I was starting to get an accent, and then we moved.
Atlanta's full of a bunch of
gay
black
always
guys.
ask for milk. Can I get some milk?
Good cocaine in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask me how I know.
Point out.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, so dude, Savannah, Georgia is beautiful.
My uncle lived there.
Athens is also awesome.
Never been there.
I like Athens.
I never been to Georgia.
Oh, Georgia's
you know who?
no,
I'm not gonna say it. Actually,
I like the Southeast America. It's a lot of beautiful places. Virginia is really beautiful. Florida has its charms.
This area is a nice area.
I want to ask where you're at, but I don't. You don't.
It's called New Smyrna.
Okay, you just dox yourself. All right.
Yeah, sure. It's all right. It's all right. Ain't no one.
Like no one's.
Yeah.
Where
you got a moat?
Exactly.
You got a moat with alligators now.
Yeah, there's alligators and shit. Ain't no one going out here. And there's weapons. There's a lot of weapons out here, bro. It's crazy.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the sheriffs in Florida can want their citizens just shoot them, please.
There's a sheriff. A sheriff lives 3 houses down, and then around the corner there's another sheriff who lives probably like within 3 minutes of me in both directions. There's sheriffs who live here.
And they like park their sheriff.
They park their car right outside. Yeah.
They're just like feeling safe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Caul, what did you say?
Of what?
I don't know. I cut you off. I didn't mean to.
I was just asking like where, if I'm looking at Miami, Florida, like where around that.
Do you know where Daytona Beach is? Because it's close to Daytona, semi-close to Daytona.
Is that southeast or southwest part of it?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't even know I lived in Central Texas until like 2 years and living there.
You're a mad lad.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to the
near
area.
the coast,
exactly.
Or
yeah, I don't know. Wherever Daytona is, we're close to that.
What is the name of it again?
New Smyrna, Smyrna.
Are you on the coast or like inland?
Well, there's a beach right around the corner, so probably on the coast. Yeah, New Smyrna Beach right there. Yeah, around there.
New Smyrna.
If you zoom in a little bit, yeah, Port Orange. Yeah, right there, underneath that. Down.
New
right
Smyrna.
There.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Right now, zoom
and
out.
You live right there.
Right now,
yep, right there.
Yo, wouldn't it be insane if I like went right to your spot?
You're not, but there is lakes. There's ponds.
I'm gonna find it though. I'm gonna find your spot.
Wait, zoom back out. I want to see where it is.
Let's see if I can see it.
He's right around the corner. All right, this is where he's at right here.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice. It's a nice area.
Holy shit.
So the GTA 6 is basically going to be Key West, Miami, all the way up Tampa.
I still haven't watched that trailer.
And then, like, I guess Orlando, probably. Although it seems like they could be squishing the whole state. But I'm thinking, like, that is going to be the map. Which is dope, because I've lived here in Tampa, St. Petersburg, actually, and Miami. I lived in the Redlands. Let me see if I can spot. Where's the Redlands? It's, like, right here.
Florida's crazy.
Yeah,
Florida
is crazy.
I lived like on a farm over here with Tim a long time ago. One of these farms.
Oh, so he's not located in Florida anymore, right?
No, but I'm really bummed because I was really close to Coral Castle. Where is it? It's like right over here somewhere. And I never went to go see it.
You know what's crazy?
Like,
probably it was maybe like 4 days ago. So there's like no crime out here, right? But if you saw, there's a place called Port Orange that's like right next to us. There's really no crime out here. The crime rate is really low. And a couple days ago, this dude shot up a Walgreens right down the street. Not down the street, but like in the area. It was in Port Orange. Went in there, shot two pharmacists, and then himself outside. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I assume the pharmacist died.
No, he's the only one who died. The two pharmacists didn't die.
Wow. Thank God.
Oh,
yeah.
That's good.
So he only took himself out. But yeah, he solved his own problem. But yeah, I guess he like couldn't get a prescription or something and just was not having it. Went down there and shot two pharmacists and then
that's
himself.
psychotic, bro. Jesus.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like in a place with no crime, it was like, what the hell? Right before we moved here, Gator's like, there's no crime here. It's like non-existent. We move here 2 weeks later. Someone's shooting up a Walgreens. Like, okay, yeah, you got me here now, motherfucker.
So is it your fault or?
Yeah, did I bring the crime to the neighborhood? I brought the crime energy.
I'm asking questions people are probably thinking. All right.
I brought the crime energy.
Like, there's a new black guy in the neighborhood, huh?
Oh, you know what's crazy about the situation?
There's a sound I keep hearing. I don't know what it is. It's coming from that house over there.
This nigga's dumb, bro. That's not a thing. You know what's crazy though? She did set off the fucking fire alarm for real. Like for like the whole morning. It was like 10 minutes straight. Just evacuate, bro. It was the worst feeling.
He was telling you to evacuate.
Yeah, my fire alarms tell you to get out, I guess. But neighbors heard it. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
What did she do?
We have a smart house. I forgot. It's a smart house, so it talks to you.
What the hell does that mean?
If you open up your front door, it says front door opened.
Your bowel movement is a little looser than usual. You should increase your fiber intake. I noticed a little blood in your stool, Flawed. Are you okay?
That doesn't do all that. I could probably add that feature though.
Oh, you didn't opt for the smart toilet, huh?
Yeah, okay. Nah. I should add that feature though. It's fire though. It talks to you. Fucking all the lights are like you can push a button. What's the point of talking?
Button still?
It's like it's like remotes though. Like so, everything is remote operated. You can do it like tactile. You can do it with your hands too, but everything is remote operated. Back door, you open it, tells you it's open. So if anything happens, it just alerts you. You know,
like hey, someone just opened the fridge and took out the fridge. Yeah, someone drank your last.
You could set that up. It's not a smart house. It's just like a feature. I drink water.
What's your go-to drink?
Water.
I'm so proud of you. Used to drink soda.
Yeah, I drink water.
I got him to stop drinking soda.
You did.
We both did.
You did.
We both
really,
did.
It was all three of you. It was you, Garrett, we came down pretty hard. But Caul was the first one who was like, "Yeah, stop drinking that fucking shit, nigga." He said it like a week before that.
Verbatim, I think that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Those words exactly.
Caul was the first person to say it, though. He was.
Right.
He said it for like 2 weeks.
I remember. Well, I also called you fat a lot. So.
Yeah, that wasn't. I'm still fat, so didn't get solved.
I still do.
That part didn't get solved. I'm trying,
and I still will
stay the same weight
because I care about you. All right. You fat ass.
I'm still eating microplastics though. That's what I'm.
What do you mean? Why are you eating microplastics?
I just feel like everything has plastic in it. I have to be eating microplastics. There's no way I'm not.
Everything does have plastic in it. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Well, in America, Swedish fish, microplastics.
Really?
Swedish fish is not Swedish, by the way. I just want to clarify.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
You can't find them here. There's no such thing as Swedish fish in this country. That's an American thing.
Yeah. What are they called? American fish in Sweden?
I've yet to find anything that's comparable.
American fish is pride colors.
But I would make a video. I'd be like, check this out. Finally found some Swedish fish. And,
that's crazy. Yeah, you could make a video about that. That's like one of those titles. Eating Swedish fish from Sweden.
And then you click on the video and it's like, doesn't exist. It's not here.
Not a thing. Get up out of here. Thank you. Like the video.
Someone could make a lot of money in Sweden then doing like Swedish fish, but like good instead of like just garbage.
I guess so.
Yeah,
they're kind of set in their way. There's a lot of candy here. That Swedes love their freaking candy, so it's kind of a hard market to break into.
But you'd be a rock star if you pulled it off, though.
Yeah,
you know, you take over the market with Swedish fish.
Sure,
it's not Dunkin' Donuts breakfast and coffee every morning. I didn't even have Dunkin' Donuts this morning. I had regular coffee, and she made me breakfast. It's like when she doesn't get eggs.
Are you basically saying she just puts microplastics in everything she cooks?
Mo,
You're saying she's a trash cook.
Nah,
is
our
what I'm
eggs
hearing.
are from a farm. Bacon is probably not. It's probably from a farm, but not like a farm. And
Adam, have you ever eaten that
I don't
stinky
know.
fish? No, but I know
What's
what you're talking about. I don't know what it's
The
called.
rotted
But
fish that they keep in the barns.
It's surströmming, right?
I don't think
that's what
it's
you're talking
that. It's I don't think that's Norway, I think. And
I
they
would
also
try it.
have whale, but Swedes have this fish dish that is nasty smelling. I don't like the taste of oceany things. Like, you know how some fish are like whitefish, halibut, tilapia, like it's like tuna is like, and salmon are kind of like right in the middle, but then you have like really fishy fish.
about. I'm eating salmon tonight.
Yeah, I like salmon. Salmon's good. Salmon and tuna, like sushi and that kind of stuff. I love that.
Me
but
too.
I don't like fishy tastes, you know,
Me
like
either.
mussels, clams, oysters, like
clams.
that kind of shit. I'm not.
Oh,
a
I
fan.
love that shit, dude.
Like
Oysters.
clams.
you
Oysters are
my
not my thing.
God,
Nah,
I love
not
them.
a fan.
Dude,
Gross.
oysters.
Dude, in
Shit's
Monterey Bay,
disgusting.
they have these oyster shooters with like either cold
Nah,
vodka or they
stop.
have spicy warm salsa. Like, oh
Dude,
my
It's like
God,
eating
What?
It's like eating whale snot. That's
no,
what
Yeah, that
it's
doesn't
not.
sound
No, they're really
good.
good. They're
yes,
really good.
it is. That's exactly.
They're a
what it is.
delicacy, honestly. They're amazing.
It's disgusting.
I heard they're good for arousal.
If you need
Well,
help in
An
that
aphrodisiac.
category.
Calls in this house
Sure.
going crazy. Just like fucking.
Saying they taste fucking amazing. They have vodka with them, dog.
It's like, man, these are so good. I got a raging heart on, but damn.
I mean, I will tell you that if it's not like if they're not fresh oysters, it's nasty. Of course, like that's gross. It's got to be good.
Yeah,
So what
if
you
they're
think?
not
You
fresh,
think I've
they're
had
like bad for you,
non-fresh
right?
oysters?
Yeah, isn't that like? Couldn't you get sick from non-fresh?
Fucked up. Yeah, it'd be bad.
I've never
It's
been
like
sick
parasites,
from them,
right?
but
I just feel like I don't like that texture,
look up
bro.
oyster
I don't want
shooters.
booger
They're
texture.
good.
I don't want that texture. I'm about to look them up. We're about to have salmon bowls. It's like sushi.
Is that it? Is that the name of it?
I said it like 4 times.
What
did
hey,
you-
Claude,
what did you
how's
say
your
4
salmon
times?
being
I
prepared?
literally said it over and over and over again. don't say, "Oh, Sir Stroman." Is that what it is? Someone needs to go back and clip that because I said it so many times and just got ignored, like over and over and over.
Well, I was listening to Caul. Caul was talking.
He was, but like I said it without anyone talking at one point, and no one said anything.
I have to pay attention to you. So when Caul talks, like he rarely talks. So when he speaks, he usually has something to say. You know what I mean? So
well, just know I had that answer first. Whoever said it in the chat, stop trying to bite my shit. Straight up.
Oh no, I'm giving full credit to Holocron Library Fox.
Dude, by the way, that shit was so awesome what you sent, the Maul Obi-Wan.
Yeah, dude.
It was
The actual
actual
speed?
Full speed. Like, why, dude?
Why did they slow it down?
I know.
I don't know what that is.
All right, for those who don't know, in The Phantom Menace, the famous, the best Star Wars lightsaber duel in all of Star Wars, Maul versus Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, it turns out they slowed the footage down. They had to slow it down because it was too fast. They were too fast. And then if you watch it, it looks fucking badass.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Why would you slow it down? It's supposed to be fast. It's
They had
light
to slow it down for
swords.
the normies.
Where
The
did you
normies
send it?
wouldn't be able to process what was happening.
Someone posted, I just tagged him in something that someone, I can probably pull it up. Hold on, I could pull it up. Hold on.
Claude, how are you making that salmon?
So I think it's like maple brown sugar, some kind of coating on it.
Ooh.
And so she's gonna cook it. She's gonna put it in a bowl. It's called a salmon bowl. So you chop it into pieces, or you put it on top of rice,
like a
seaweed.
poke bowl?
Yeah. So it's basically like a sushi roll, like a salmon roll.
Poke bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just with cooked salmon.
Bro, this
whole
is the
salmon.
best shit in
Yeah,
Star
it's
Wars.
fire. And we have like the
All right.
seaweed is like, it's fire. It's just fucking great.
Fuck yeah.
This is incredible. All right,
Can you
first
play this
shows-
without getting banned?
Well,
I mean, without getting
I'm not gonna do any music. But this is the regular version on the top. All right, it plays it first.
One in the movie.
It's the one in the movie. All right, dope.
Yeah.
Right.
So good.
But it turns out it was slowed down. This is the real version.
Way better.
That's hard. Why would they slow it down?
That's so hard.
And it's so realistic.
And you can keep up with it. Why would they slow it down like you're stupid?
They're Jedi and Sith, right? They're the top of their fucking, like, their peak. You know,
just to respect the actors getting the choreography and doing it, they should have left it at regular speed. Like, I think you're disrespectful at that point.
I know.
They learned all that and hit it like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was a Padawan too, so you know, for him to be at this caliber facing, although Maul does look young as well. I don't know how that works with the Dathomirians, but
I think Maul was a little more experienced. To be quite honest, he beats Obi-Wan, and it's only because he was getting ego. Like, he beats both of them and then fucks up with pride at the end.
Right. That's right.
Also, when you think about it, it's very unfair 1v2, and he fucking handled it no problem and fucked people up.
I know, it's so true.
Yeah.
Maul is OP. It's true. He's freaking.
The reason why those fights looked so good is the choreographer, who they don't use anymore, was like, every strike is to end the fight and kill the person. So like, you know exactly how the fight has to go, because every shot's a kill shot. So like, the fight almost kind of does itself, and every movement is
and that's realistic.
Not wasted.
That's what it should be. Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool. And wait, which movies did they use him for then?
1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3.
So the first three. Okay, so every lightsaber fight, you know.
Yep.
That Dooku fight is pretty cool, actually.
Oh hell yeah!
I can't wait to rewatch those, man.
Their money.
I have yet.
And Garrett just rewatched them all with his kids. We talked about this last week, and it was just kind of like, all I could think is like, man, I don't want to go watch them now because I'm going to get to watch them in a few years. So whenever it happens, you know, I'm going to see them all, but I'm going to live vicariously through my son who's watching for the first time. And it's like, man, that's going to be cool. It's worth waiting for, you know?
Yeah, the I'm your father line is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's up, Nacho?
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy? How you holding up? Doing all right?
Nacho over there going in on people on Twitter. I be seeing him, bro.
Non-stop.
He be going in.
He also went to the same high school as Netanyahu.
That's crazy.
That's correct. Yeah.
That's why I'm going at James O'Keefe today.
I think he's probably onto something with controlled opposition, James O'Keefe. I can see it.
After that lawsuit?
I also could see Dan Bongino being a part of it too.
For sure.
Like there's
when he said there's a country in the Middle East that's running Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was working for some country in the Middle East. We don't know which one, even though they have video of like dude from Israel going into Epstein's house and shit.
Jeffrey Epstein.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know what country.
Clearly, it's Iraqi.
It's definitely the Muslim ones, right? Yeah, it might be all the Muslim countries.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense,
right? Oh, that's funny.
That was so funny.
Yeah, man. I got a quick hit, real quick. This is just freaking unexpected, but a pleasant surprise.
Okay.
So from Variety, right off the bat, you're like, oh, what's this? Kennedy Center director slams Les Miserables actors as vapid and intolerant for threatening to boycott of a Trump performance because Trump was going to go see it and they were going to boycott it and not perform. And then they took the opposite of what you think that they would have done, which is fantastic.
A year ago, they might have did the opposite, but now they're like, we can actually say how the fuck we feel now.
Yep.
Maybe on not Wednesday, even so much that, but like, I want to go where the money goes.
Yeah, true.
You know,
like,
good
point.
Yeah, maybe they don't even
the other
feel
way
like
around,
that.
and Biden was going, and then like it was at Texas, and the Texas people were like, I don't want to do it. They'd be like, bro, get on stage and make me some fucking money.
Facts.
Right.
Right.
I don't give a fuck who the president is. Cha-ching. Okay?
10 out of 12 of the actors plan to boycott the Kennedy Center performance that Trump plans to attend.
I won't do it.
Kennedy Center director Richard Grinnell has now delivered a seething response. We haven't heard this rumor, but the Kennedy Center will no longer fund intolerance. He was appointed interim director of the Kennedy Center back in February after Trump purged the historic venue's former leadership and inserted himself as chairman of the board. Any performer who isn't professional enough to perform all patrons of all backgrounds, regardless of political affiliation, won't be welcomed. I mean, that's just like,
W.
That's how it should be.
Fucking W.
Republicans buy shoes to the GOAT Michael Jordan.
Facts.
In fact, who actually just got a job. He's now.
Yeah, I saw that. So weird.
You saw that?
They must have gave him so much money. He must have got a big bag to do that. There's no way.
I mean,
he just comes out of the cut. He hasn't done anything like that.
I'm totally fine with it. It actually might save the NBA. In fact, I'm like, I want to hear
what happened? What happened?
Michael Jordan is going to be commentating NBA now.
He's going to be going off. He's going to be talking
I like
crazy.
Jordan, but the NBA is the NBA ballet now, so who cares?
I know,
but he's going to make sure to speak on that. He has
Jordan, if Jordan starts shitting on these people, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be entertaining, I think.
And no one can say anything to him because he's Michael
Jordan.
Jordan.
Like, GOAT.
Whatever he says is right.
I don't think
he's a master.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I don't think he's going to talk shit.
I think he has to.
Jordan's a respectful NBA player, and he's never hyped himself up to be the GOAT. He's never talked shit about people from
he does.
He's not going to talk about himself, though.
But he does talk about himself, just not on camera. But he talks crazy. Have you heard other player stories? They say he knows what he is. He's well aware he's the GOAT.
Yeah, but
sure. But like he shows respect during like professional public appearances. Like if he's going to do an interview, like, "Are you the GOAT?" MJ would be like, "Look, I think everyone's great, and you know, to be named amongst the best is an honor." Blah blah blah. He's not going to be like, "Yeah, I'm the GOAT."
But commentating is different.
But I think he's going to make sure that
he doesn't have to talk about himself when LeBron throws like he does,
and he mentions, "I wouldn't have did that," and
he
makes
stubs
sure to
his toes,
make little jokes,
whatever. Jordan and watching Jordan make fun. I mean, it's going to be LeBron's last season, isn't it? Too. So it's
I don't think Jordan's going to make fun of LeBron at all.
I think he is.
God, I really hope so, though.
I really.
I just call him out.
Bet money he would not, but maybe I'm wrong.
I know LeBron is the baby boy of the NBA, so maybe not LeBron. You might be right about that.
I think I'm like 99% right that he's not going to disparage future generations of players.
LeBron
that was 20 years ago. What was 20 years ago?
Not going to happen.
What, that Michael Jordan's talking shit? You think his personality just changed? Do you think he just became a new person?
No. Trash talk.
No, not you.
He's a great trash talker. I'm not saying he's not a great trash talker. Of
course
he is.
In sports, I believe he will. I believe he still has these conversations. I just don't. There's just no way that he is not talking shit about the NBA right now behind the scenes.
I'm sure he has opinions about the NBA for sure. But I mean, the whole sport's changed. You know, like it became a 3-point shooting, running gun as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Like it's a shootout. It's crazy. It's also
I think
it's also like half
he'll call it out.
Whistles being called and standing around watching referees be just as important in the game as the players are. It's really boring.
You think he wouldn't call that out? You think he'd just be like, "No, that's fine. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. No, that's fine."
He would probably hopefully call out, but I don't know.
I think he's calling out fuckery. I think he is. Maybe not to the extent of like, let's go super viral about it.
Gambling problem.
You know, it kind of reminds me of like Battlefront 2 putting Maul on the cover. Like, you guys are down bad. You need immediate clicks. So let's bring on someone flashy and awesome. Michael Jordan.
I think Craig might be right too, because why would he just choose now to be like, let me pop out and do this?
I'm sure the price is right.
He needs money.
I'm sure the price is right.
And if that's the case, what's in the contract? Be nice. So Caul might be right. Like, it might just be.
I don't think they would put it in the contract for him to be nice either. I just don't think he's going to go out of his way to shit on people.
Well, if you have a gambling problem, then it's a problem because you are.
He has to be losing so much money though for that to be the case, because Jordans make so much money.
Yeah, he's made an insane amount of money, dude.
Like, Jordans are the biggest shoe.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's true.
The Jordans are an empire, dude. I have tennis shoes that are literal Air Jordan tennis shoes, and that's not even basketball, bro.
Yeah, people don't even wear them. People just buy them, bro. They buy every single time they drop. They all get bought. There's never a time that they don't all get bought. Like,
and they're in Fortnite. I hate to bring that shit up, but there's a lot of Air Jordans in Fortnite.
Yeah, you got to pay for that licensing.
Yeah,
and they don't even only make shoes.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Seems
they're
actually doing decent.
I mean, if you were Michael Jordan and they were like, "Hey, the NBA's dropping in popularity. LeBron's made it into soccer. Would you like to take $500 million to commentate for a year?"
They gave him
I'm
a
sure
bag.
He's going to be like, "Yeah."
They gave him a bag.
Of course.
He probably will just skate through it. He probably won't say shit in reality. He'll probably really just skate through it.
I think he'll say what needs to be said, and I think he'll keep it pretty.
Like what though? Because I don't think he's going to say really anything. Now that I'm thinking about it, he just took a bag to put his face on it. In reality, I don't see him really saying anything. Besides, oh, you could have did this on this play. Maybe like break down plays.
He'll probably do that. Yeah, he'll probably break down a lot of like Phil Jackson's triangle offense and how it's like missing from the game today and all that shit. Yeah,
what they're
shit,
trying to do.
Expected shit.
Yeah,
or like saying like this is what the team should do if they want
to
like
give a player a rub. I really like this guy. This guy's really
it's hard for me to really enjoy the NBA because, like I said, the refereeing and the officiating is so wishy-washy and inconsistent that you can't help but really wonder what the fuck is going on a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this team that's struggling keeps getting free throws again.
Don't get me wrong.
No, they won.
Just because he's coming back, I'm not going to watch the NBA.
I'm not watching shit.
No way.
I'm not watching. My life isn't going to change because Jordan's going on the NBA. Like I grew up in Chicago in the 90s. So like I have a special part of like nostalgia for watching him with my family, having like Bulls parties where everyone's rocking Bulls, like my entire family. It was fun growing up in that environment because Chicago was obsessed with the Bulls in the 90s. Remember. It was like, I feel like anyone in the country loved the Bulls, like most people, unless
I was in New Hampshire. We loved the Bulls even in New Hampshire.
The Bulls were freaking just iconic, but people everywhere wear the Bulls everything. I saw a Bulls jacket here in Sweden like last winter, like 4 months ago or something. I saw someone wearing a Bulls jacket. I'm like, cool, Bulls jacket, here.
The 90s logos were so good too. They changed so many of them, but if you look at the old logos, like remember the Charlotte Hornets logo from the 90s? That shit was hard. And now we have whatever the fuck.
Mean looking bee. I don't know what it looks like.
Mean looking bee, dude. Everyone loved that shit, and that's not even a popular franchise.
I like the mean bee.
People liked the mean bee. It was good graphic design.
I agree. Yeah. Well, what I'm focused on is not watching sports at all. I don't give a shit any sports. The last time I cared about sports, oddly enough, I do like the Cubs, but I don't watch the Cubs. But for some reason, I follow the Cubs, and I started following them. I think it was 2016 when they won the World Series. 2017, doesn't matter. Whatever year they won the World Series, I just happened to randomly start watching them, and I watched a lot of their games that year. Just that year. I'm not a fair weather fan. I've loved the Cubs. I've been to Wrigley Field many times in my life, so I've always loved the Cubs. But I just happened to start watching them, and I watched probably like 15 games that season, and then they fucking won. So like I was watching the playoffs. I was all hyped because they hadn't won in 109 years, and then I freaking watched them win. I was so. It was cool. It's cool.
I bet a lot of people in Chicago were drunk that day.
Dude. Oh yeah.
I never watched sports ever.
Dude, the parade was the 7th largest or maybe 8th largest grouping of human beings in history. It was crazy. Just the amount of people that showed up in Chicago for that win. It was cool. But anyway, yeah, sports is sports. No, I'm good. I'd rather just play.
Yeah. Well, I play video games, sports. I played basketball for a second, but played baseball when I was younger.
Yeah, you're basically a basketball now, so
I'm basically basketball as a person.
What? Wait, what did you say? I didn't. No. So no,
bro, they're gonna get you out of here, bro. They're gonna get you out of here. They're
what for playing that clip?
They're scrubbing YouTube for that song.
Just that clip, though,
bro. But if maybe it's not long enough for them to be like,
it's just that one line,
bro.
I feel like that's the safest bet.
Hopefully they don't,
because that's the one that you could say that everyone knows what you're referencing, but it's not saying anything too bad.
True. True.
It's just
maybe the AI is listening for the words. Tell Flaw to sing it. He can. I can. I sing. I know all the words. I know. I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing it. I know all the words.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I played on the stream. If I was a bigger streamer, they would have banned me from Twitch.
George is never coming back on the show.
I see.
Sense it.
I see. I mean, he got his show going now. He got his shit going on,
I know. It's true.
But
yeah. Oh well.
You're saying George is capiche?
He looks like it. When's the last time he was on here?
He's been on once in like a year, I think. I don't know. It's been a long time. Yeah, Caul was gone. You were gone for a while too. I'm glad you're making an appearance.
Yeah, Caul. We missed you, bro.
You're here.
I missed a few.
Making an appearance, I guess, is not technically.
Yeah, you didn't actually make an appearance.
I can't see you.
I did.
Technically, you're here.
Let me tell you guys, my fingertips hurt
from guitar.
Yeah, like I got like
cool, man.
Fucked up blisters and shit. Like
that's good. That's how you win.
Yeah,
that's fucking. Cool.
It makes me want to get an amp because my amp is a piece of fucking shit.
Dude, I'm not joking when I say this. Hold on, let me show you mine.
My amp is fucking trash.
Ask Flawed if I go to Chicago in September. What's in Chicago in September?
Okay, get this thing, dude. This is all right. This is this Fender. What is this thing called? It's called the Mustang GT40. All right, it's small. All right, and it's got every single Fender pickup ever made in it. So that's
crazy.
You could scroll through every single Fender pickup that they've ever made. So every different sound that you can think of. And I don't think it was that expensive. I think it was like $100 or something, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't actually look that expensive at all.
Wow, he just said your shit looks bummy as fuck. That's crazy. He just said that.
It's Fender. Fender's nice.
He said, "Hey, yo, that amp looks bummy, nigga." That's what he just said.
What the fuck does that mean?
That's what he said without saying it. He said, "Actually, it doesn't look like it costs that much," which is crazy. It's pretty disrespectful.
But it's not. It's not. It's a freaking. It's a light amp, you know. For someone like Caul who's learning, you don't want to spend $1,000 on.
Wait, you want to play out loud?
I do, but I want to plug my headphones in because, like, basically, I play just on the electric guitar, but I never plug it in, and I just tune it, and then I play it.
You just need to get an interface.
I know.
You just plug it into an interface, man.
That is true.
Yeah,
because then you can actually get digital amps and stuff on your computer. But I mean,
pretty fire.
It is something to be said about plugging in and just freaking.
No, I agree. I bought monitors for that.
I practice, and then when I actually do get to plug it in, it's so cool. Like it's a whole different experience.
And then switching the sound.
Yeah,
there's like 250 different types of guitar sounds on there. You know, it's like. It's crazy how drastic
sounding guitars.
Like same with piano, right? You play organ and like the organ sound, you play different. You play it's such a change. The vibe, the shift is so drastic. Same with the guitar.
Yep, I agree.
You know?
I find the guitar the most fun, but I grew up on piano and I don't want to hate on piano because seeing people be able to play the piano and sing is also super impressive and cool because they have access to like so much with 10 fingers.
Yeah, that's true.
But man, I don't know. I just really like the guitar and I've been getting into it and learning like basics. Like I'm learning the third and the second position of G major. I've got one down.
Cool.
I'm slowly building up my shitty toolbox. And then I'll be able to play Wonderwall, which is I can knock that off and say I can play a song.
I can't.
And then basically, we'll see what happens.
I just learned a new chord on my guitar. It's called B flat something. But look at the freaking way this form is. Look at that.
Yeah, it's
what
gnarly.
Is this? I'm using all four of my fingers here.
That's 4 frets.
Yeah. But I'm getting better at it because there's a song that. Do you know DC Talk? Any of you guys? I don't know. I don't know DC Talk. The Christian band from the 90s. But dude, I don't know what someone said play something that you want to play on my jam night, and for some reason that DC Talk popped in my head, and I've been practicing the song all weekend. Red Letters. It's a beautiful song. It's very religious. It's about the Bible. Red Letters, the Bible. And it's but it's so pretty, man. There's 3 guys in the band and they all sing, so they all harmonize and then they take turns singing lead. So it's just like a cool, really cool dynamic that they have. But man, this song is gorgeous. But I love it. I love when I learn a new song that when it throws in one chord that I don't know, but the rest are very comfortable, especially if it's a song that I'm very comfortable with I'm like, all right, well, I had a few of their albums and I sang with them. So then when I play the song, I know what it should sound like. And that's how I think everyone, if you're learning any instrument, pick a song that you really love, learn that, because you know what you want it to sound like. And then, you'll get the timing will force the shifting of your fingers to hit those notes, because you know what the timing is supposed to be. And it's really adding. And then your right hand too, because you're realizing, right? Because it's not just your left hand, it's the right hand too, of strumming and making the strum sounds good. Anyway.
Yeah, it's the shit.
This shit's gay.
Recording guitar sucks, man. I've been recording Holocene and I fucking hate it. I guess I changed my tempo in that song. Like the first half, the pre-chorus or whatever it's called, I changed the tempo. I don't even realize that I do it, but like I can't do the whole song with 1 beats per minute, and it's like so frustrating.
What do you mean change the tempo?
Like I change the beats per minute. When I get to the pre-chorus, I slow the song down and play a little differly.
Oh, that's
and then
ridiculous.
I go back.
You're tripping. That's so much extra work.
But I change it, and I was trying to figure out why it wasn't working, and then it dawned on me that I slow the song down a little bit when I play this different part, and then I'm like, fuck, that's like, how do I? Yeah, the bridge. Thank you. Like I play the bridge slower, and then when I'm trying to, because I did Hell Bells, right? That is 1 beats per minute, the whole song. It's so easy. It was so easy. I got the guitar part down, and then I had to worry about vocals. Now I'm trying to do Holocene, and dude, recording the guitar is, I mean, I don't even like the way that it's being recorded anyway, because it's so constant. The way I play Holocene is just like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And it's like, if you stray a little bit on the pressure of the down and the up, you hear it so visibly. Granted, I haven't put vocals on it to hide those inconsistencies, but man, it's anyway. Yeah, recording guitar is annoying.
I've only done digital everything.
Thanks, Ashley. Yeah, coming soon. It just needs to be mastered. Basically, I recorded it. I'm hyped. I fucking recorded a song. Chat, I recorded a fucking song. How long have you been telling me to do that?
Fucking.
Don't answer that.
I've been telling you to record for a minute. Chat probably been telling you longer because they've known me. I didn't even know you made music like that.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Hell Bells, I think, is one of my best songs. I fucking love it so much. I love the bluesy sound. I'm really a big fan of the
concept
blues.
is crazy.
The lyrics are solid. Yeah, the concept it's very visual. You know, you could visualize it and you can understand it. And I feel like anyone can. It's like evil exists everywhere and in everyone. So it's kind of like anyone can relate to the lyrics of the song. And then it gets a little, more religious towards the end. I mean, the whole song, like if you believe in the devil and you believe that the devil's trying to influence you, it's to try to influence you away from God. So it's kind of like, it is a religious song. I didn't intend for it to be that way, but it is.
I think that's happening to a lot of people, bro. A lot of people are just like accidentally making religious songs, bro. I think it's the sign of the times.
Yeah, maybe. It's a good point. Wait, Lasagna for 2 says a live album is still an album. It's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. I could record. So I'm doing a meetup in September. That's what they were talking about.
Oh, that's okay. In Chicago?
In Chicago. My brother is. Where can I listen to it? I'll send you the rough copy when I end the stream. I'll send it to you, buddy, so you can hear it. Hell Bells. Yeah, I think you'll appreciate it, actually. I'm going to send it to him right now, so don't forget. So in September, my brother's getting married, and my wife and we haven't been to the States in a while, and she's saved up vacation days. So we're basically going to go for like 3 weeks. We're going to be in Chicago. We might go to Arizona also. We'll probably go to Arizona. I don't know if we'll be able to get anywhere else, but where did I save this song?
I don't know where I'll be.
Oh yeah, because you're a freaking.
I don't think we're traveling anymore at that time. But yeah, but I might. I don't know. I might be able to. I'm almost said nigga rig. I don't know why I said that. I might be able to finagle. I went the wrong vocab.
That song made me laugh so hard. I can't even tell you how hard I laughed.
I still love the song, bro. Still
You gotta
love
go to
it
AZ?
as
Yeah, I
much.
do. Okay.
You got to go to AZ. What do you got to go? Who's in AZ?
My grandmother, my mother,
Dick
two of my
hat.
sisters, 5 of my nieces and nephews, all
Oh yeah,
from
then you
that
definitely have
one.
to go. That's crazy.
My aunt and uncle, yeah, and then yeah. So and my Nerf rocket launcher. I really want to get that here.
That's crazy.
I need to get it here before my son knows what it is.
You have to
hide it because
Okay.
I don't want him to ever find out about it until he
It's
has
time.
friends over playing Nerf in the yard.
Okay.
Like I see it in my head. Like I want him to be playing Nerf guns with his friends outside, running around, shooting Nerf darts at each other, whatever. And I'm gonna come out with a freaking huge Nerf rocket launcher and just freaking annihilate them. It's gonna be fucking epic.
You're basically gonna do the Nerf Hiroshima.
Plan in the head. The what?
Yeah, basically.
The Nerf
Hiroshima.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna be great. But I got to do it before because I have to. It's a giant box, and I could probably have to check it. I mean, it's a Nerf gun, so it should be fine. I don't think there should be any issues. But
I mean, a lot of people out here have issues with that now. Oh my god, it's gun shaped. No.
I mean, it's bright orange and it's Nerf colors.
I just mean like there are parents that don't even want Nerf guns to be around their kids.
My mother was like that.
Yeah,
that's what my mother was.
In my opinion, it's like
because she knew black people guns. I might get a little trigger happy. I might be in prison right now.
She was smart.
Guns. She was smart, but I still love guns.
On the flip side, though, like I feel like Grandma was kind of harsh. You deserve Nerf guns too, bro. Like
I agree.
I agree.
Guns. They were fun. I absolutely agree. Later on, she couldn't stop it. Yeah, she probably did. But later on, I still was like, it just like postponed it for a few years.
I mean, do you know how many people I've killed in GTA in my lifetime? My God, I'm a serial killer, bro. Like, but I'm cool.
He really is. I played with him. He kills a lot.
Me too.
He literally, that's all he does. Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm like, you're killing people, aren't you? I just hear screams.
That's Caul in every game, bro. He's so chill every other time. You put him in a game with free will, he's going
over,
reckless.
Bro. I'm taking over. Yeah, Hitman is not a stealth mission game. It's a annihilation.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that meme floating around that they're saying that the pride parades are going to be in GTA 6 and everyone's hilarious. Like, in a GTA game, you say.
There's no way they'll let it.
Yeah,
they took the trannies out of GTA 5 that had been there for 10 years. They took them out because people were killing them, and it's like
they let
people
you
kill everyone. What do you mean?
I hate when I hit a cat in GTA. It makes me feel bad.
True. The Last of Us, they made it so you can't throw a cocktail.
Goddamn, But
the Last of Us, they made it so you can't throw a cocktail through the Star of David on the church.
No way.
Yeah, you could throw everywhere else, but except for on the Star of David.
Last of Us?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Why do you think?
Oh man, that's
crazy.
You guys know how good Last of Us the first game was?
Huh?
The first Last of Us game is a fucking masterpiece.
I didn't like Last of Us 1 or 2.
Damn.
I never played it.
Kanye loved it though.
The first one's really good, and then they took the second game and subverted it on purpose. What they did to Star Wars fans, they did to Last of Us fans. So like basically you play the role of this father, and in the zombie apocalypse, his daughter dies, and he comes across another girl, Ellie, and she reminds him a lot of his daughter. And so like he basically, against his own will, loves this kid like his own kid again. And it's like this whole story, right? And they get through the first game. Then you have to wait like 7 years for the sequel, and I won't tell you what happens unless
I know what happens. I got that far.
Yeah, but the developers decided to take the game in quote unquote a new direction. And shit all over the main character on purpose in a horrible way, and then had to try and hide
everyone hates
what was happening before the release of the game because the financials went through the floor when people found out what they were doing. It's like when they cucked Luke Skywalker, they cucked Joel.
I don't know about that.
And then the shows came out, and I don't even need to tell you.
I didn't watch any of the shows. I wish
I've seen the clips.
At one point, it was.
I'm going to be a dad.
I wish I fucking would.
Girl, girls can't be dads.
I ain't watching that shit.
I felt like just as a guy, like that's kind of offensive, bro. Like, do men not matter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, no,
crazy.
that's the crazy part. That girl who's pregnant, there is a dad. The dad is still a thing. Like she's I guess polyamorous or something. She's dating both of them or something. But it's like,
so then you're not a dad.
Like you're not a part of that at all. Like that child is between the mother and the father. Like you're like a side. You're a slut, basically.
You're Robin, and you want to like participate, but you're just Robin outside watching Batman and Batgirl. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
that's how it is, right?
Damn.
Yeah, I guess so.
Point is, The Last of Us is a great game.
Standing up for themselves to end this fucking absolute nonsense. Yeah, but they're not. That's the crazy part. I mean, I know there are some women that are, but
why it happens.
You could say that again.
All this type of shit. It's all because of women.
V69 for one says that meeting on the train is where Starmer gave away British fishing territorial waters and more control to EU. I thought that's the whole reason why, or one of the biggest reasons with Brexit. It's because the fishermen were getting fucked. So now it's
Brenter.
Dude, Starmer needs to just be replaced. Like I don't understand how Britain is just getting worse and worse. Like it's insane.
Just think about California, and now you know exactly how. Gavin Newsom, same thing.
Well, I mean, I think California, and it's like I think about ballot harvesting and cheating in elections and importing illegal immigrants to fake votes to like, lock down the state forever. Is that what's going on? Is that what you mean by Britain? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I used to
think of Britain as like this, like America. America's been amazing, right? And I looked at Britain as like another like dope first world country. You know what I mean? Like that growing up. Like that's how I thought of Britain, right? And like, they're, just like another version, the other one, I guess, is interesting. English, we split a long time ago, but
they
like
were our brothers.
They're still free over there doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and it's like that is not the case anymore.
Yeah,
holy shit, dude, they've been undermined. It's sad.
Yep.
I mean, John Cleese moved to the Caribbean like a decade ago and said London's not London anymore, and he got a lot of flack, and he got called racist, and now look where we're at. Look at London. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, so true.
I don't think
I was there last year.
Get the fuck
London.
out.
I landed in London, and from the airport all the way to I was about a block and a half away from where I was gonna stay, the hotel, until I heard English the first time.
That's crazy to me.
Everyone around me, minus like the train, you know what I mean? Like, but people talking, everyone around me, like I didn't hear English at all for like from the getting off the plane, going through the airport, going through the train system, walking down this. I got off way too early and I had to walk for a long way because there was like, I don't know, it's just like I didn't get the trains right, but didn't matter. I got to walk through London for the first time, but I didn't hear any English. It was weird, man.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Going to Germany.
And then we stayed at an Airbnb. So the first couple, I was there with Nerdrotic and the Forbidden Frontier squad, right? And I was there for 8 days or something, I think. So the first like 6 days we were at this hotel doing like stuff, British Museum, going to Stonehenge, doing like that kind of stuff. But then for like the weekend, they got an Airbnb, and it was not in the suburbs, but it was like the outskirts. You could still take a train, and holy shit, we got off, and it felt like we got out in India or got out in the Middle East. Like it was like, dude, it was insane.
That's what it's gonna be completely.
Street vendors, every single shop. There was no English at all. It was like all weird symbols and shit. And you walk in, it was like those. You know what I'm talking about? Those marts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they have like super marts, but they're not super. They're tiny little marts. You see them everywhere in Brooklyn, but
we have those in New Hampshire too. It was like normal to me in New Hampshire, but we had a lot of white people too. But like all the stores are owned by Arabs. Every single store. Don't be sneaking into my motherfucking room.
Are you live still?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
She can
What?
see
Come
me.
here.
The fuck? She just ignoring me?
What's up?
Why couldn't I see you on YouTube?
You can't see the stream on YouTube? There's a whole chat full of people.
No, it's YouTube. They fucking hate my channel.
Are you going on the other show?
Yeah, after I leave this one.
So
Where are you going? Where are you going next?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Triple T's.
Triple T.
Yeah, country rapper.
Great, Mo. Great
She's
job
bringing that
caramelizing
food.
those onions the other day.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. He said, great job caramelizing those onions the other day.
Oh,
Caramel.
They were so good. You loved it too.
What was it?
All right.
It was that pasta.
What pasta?
I can't hear.
Yeah,
You
you
had
need to
no
hear it.
idea.
What
It
pasta?
already says.
What
It was
pasta?
The fucking pasta that we ate here when I was on live. And you're like, this is so good.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, that was
It
good.
was mostly onions.
It was
proud of
good.
myself.
It was good. I don't mind cooked onions, bro.
W.
I don't mind them. I don't like them. But if you took everything else away from that plate and just left an onion, I'm not eating that.
I bet I can cook you an onion that you would be like, this is banging.
I
just
bet
an
you
onion.
you can't.
If
If it's just an onion
Look,
and
you're gonna
like,
come
and
here,
your seasoning.
You're gonna come in the treehouse. I'll roll you into the river, and then we'll all sit around and have some onions.
But you're talking about just an onion that you just
Yep.
do something to, not like it's on
Yep.
another meal.
I won't even add anything to the onion.
Okay. All right.
I'm not joking. I will literally
Okay.
just cook the onion with nothing.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
you'll think it's delicious.
I know I won't. I guarantee I won't at that point.
Nope.
Claude might swim before
I
that
hate
happens.
onion
you know?
rings. I like the flavor of onions.
They're
just
not
hate
going to be
onions.
raw. It's not going to be a raw onion.
Try a blooming onion. I have. You guys think I haven't eaten onions in my life?
Blooming onions are okay. They're
I don't fuck with
really
them.
bad for you.
I don't like onion rings. I don't like blooming onions, but I do like Funyuns, the chips.
Interesting. Okay.
I do like that. I like the flavor of onion. It's just not. I just don't
if
like
you like
onions.
the flavor of onions, you're gonna love what I'm telling you. We're gonna make some content when you finally come to visit.
Okay. All right.
Vlad goes swimming for the first time. Vlad tries to find the Swedish fish. That's
try to do what?
that's part 2 of the swimming.
I was gonna say in your water.
Yeah,
Was it
same
river?
video. There is fish there, but they're tiny little fish. Yeah, you have nothing to worry about.
There's really fish in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crawdads and shit.
There's
Crawdads?
crawdads too. Yeah, but they're not. They're on the other side of my property. Not because like my property, the river comes and hits my property and like goes around it, and there's like some not rapids, but like a little waterfall because it goes down in low elevation like 2 or 3 feet around my property, and then right after the waterfall, there's just rocks. So I have like a bunch of rocks, and like in the rocks, there's a bunch of like crawfish. So I see them swimming around. They get pretty big. I've seen
I
like,
eat crawfish.
dude, I've seen
It's
one
free
like
food.
this big, dude.
Yeah, you got to be cooking
You
them
want
motherfuckers
come
up.
out, dude. We'll freaking get some crawfish too. We'll
I don't
freaking
know how to
make some
cook
more
them, but we can
content.
figure it out.
Yeah, throw them on a
You
grill.
put them in a
freaking
bucket.
Boil
You
them.
put them in a bucket.
Yeah, so
They can
I've
boil-
seen
you
someone
boil
make it, but
them?
I don't know what
I
they
have
do.
no idea. I've never done it.
You do
either, but
boil them, yeah.
Yeah.
We can dude. Let's get them. I'm
Nice.
down.
Hell yeah.
That means you'll have to come in like August, I guess. I think that's That's when you.
When they're the most active.
I don't know. Whatever. You're probably not coming this year anyway. So
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, probably not. I got so much to do this year. But
Seafood boil. Nacho, I want you to come visit too, by the way. You have an open standing invitation anytime. So just letting you know. I think you knew that, but I didn't care. I just want to reiterate that that's the case. All right. And you too, Caul.
Hell yeah.
Caul, when you finally come and visit, we gots to freaking film that freaking lightsaber battle in my forest. Because
That
it's
shit
like
would be
Endor.
hot.
It's like Endor meets Lord of the Rings back there, dude.
Especially in the snow.
Okay. Like a dope snow battle. All right.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
That would be pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get my freaking drone and I have like a night fight.
Yeah, you could get some sick establishing shots with the drone.
Yeah,
Like
that's
crazy
true.
establishing shots.
Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about it. I love it. I do have that lightsaber. I gotta get that back from. That's also in Arizona. I could probably just throw that in the freaking grenade or rocket launcher. It's the Galahorn. I don't know. Meta, you probably heard that. I've talked about it before, but anyone
They're
who plays
used The
Destiny.
effects, like when you have the ones that light up,
Yeah, I do.
it's easier to track them, but then you have to deal with, do you want the lighting of the lightsaber on your face, or do you want to change the lighting in post, but that's a whole other.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that on Film
I have
Riot.
a pretty good lightsaber though. Like the one that I got is like it's you can battle with it. The one that I got has
That's what you want. You don't want to shatter
Pretty
it. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good version. They're really reasonable. It wasn't that crazy price. I think I spent like $80 or something.
I know I'm going to Disneyland later, and I'm gonna have to hold off on not wanting to go ham on those Darth Maul sabers.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna
They
go.
sell
I'm gonna
them?
go with my nieces and my brother. I think.
I thought you got you have the legitimate one that you could
I've got a legitimate Maul, yeah, but it's just for like interviews. I don't have any blades in it. I could install them, but I would rather get a separate Maul saber
one
built for just the blades. You know what I'm saying?
Just for fun. Yeah, I get it. Because that one's heavy in metal, right? Like it's pretty
you can kill
legit.
a person with it. Yeah, it's a straight up
crazy as
caveman
fuck.
club. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Awesome.
Well, I just looked. We've been live for over 2 hours. All right. So, what's your podcast? Where are you going on live next?
It's called The Pause Podcast. It's this dude named Triple T. It's on his channel.
Cool. Triple T, The Pause Podcast. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Flawed's going to be on there in a little bit.
Jelly Roll's wife interviewed
Caul, what are you
Flawed.
doing?
No, she didn't.
Twitch. I'll be on Twitch. I'm gonna do some more
Nice
farming of that Star
I
Wars
don't
shit.
even know
They're just
Jelly Roll's
paid for it.
wife.
Grind it out.
Yeah. Nice. Good shit. All right. Well, go check out their channels. They'll be live later. And thanks everyone for tuning in. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow. I've got an interview lined up for Wednesday. I'm gonna have BX on. She's a former
BX Bees Boy.
No. This is a
This the Asian lady.
I don't know if she's Asian, but she's been exposing this freaking like death cult in America, and like she's been getting the worst shit against a bunch of people. But like finally, the news is like starting to talk about it because the FBI is actually like saying, "Hey, we're cracking down on this group," and she's been like, "Thank you, like this is what I've been calling out forever." And so yeah, I'm bringing her on, and we're gonna talk about it. She was just on InfoWars last week, which is awesome.
Nice.
So she's getting some light on the shit that she's been doing, but she's gonna come on and fill us all in. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for joining. Always love when you guys show up. Really appreciate you. So all right, I'll see you guys next time.
All right.